Good evening everybody and welcome to Game Night Classics. Turn the webcam on, that would help, then I might actually be there. Haha, here I am. Welcome to the game, type in the code if you'd like to come play the Purge, which is the first game of the new year. Congratulations there to Happy Go Lucky Reading, who were the winners of the warm-up. They're quite small teams, 4 aside, but that's all we need, and congratulations to the winners there. Pretty close match, a bit back and forth between you quite a few times there as well. Welcome to the game. If you would like to play the Purge this evening, do type in the code KDZB into the chat. Remember, you need to have Persephone's Twitch bot up and running, because you're going to need to whisper the majority of your answers to her. Oh, a great big noise. Thank you, Gruffalo. His name has changed again. Gruffacalo, Gruff aka Arlo, Gruffalo. Thank you for that 3-month Prime subscription. Welcome to the stream. So 2 games tonight, New Year special. Happy New Year, I suppose. Is that still something we're doing? Welcome to 2021. The new year is up and running. 2020 is finished. The new year has begun. And are we just about through that strange, awkward, weird time in between Christmas and New Year where no one knows what is going on? What is, you know, it's weird, what a strange 6 days in all of our lives they are. Because nobody has a clue what is going on, who they are. Is there post today? Is there turkey left? When do the rubbish men come? Do I start my diet today? What time does Spartacus start? Why is every advert for sofas? You know, all these questions that you get in this very, very strange 6 days between Christmas and New Year. Welcome to you all, and I hope you had it's like every day, is it, we like you say. Well, hopefully you've managed to battle your way through these strange times. The strange times, and we're about to approach some normalcy, or as normal as it gets in this weird new world in which we live these days, it seems. Hope you all had a lovely time, whatever it was you got up to. Good evening to you all. Innis, Top 1 Gaming, Apodo Nueva, The Lupine One, Cetra, Brian, Clive the Legend, We Like Shapes, Necker Grandma, Pum and Ben, Alu Z, Connor, Matt the Ref, Useless Noisemaker, Kegler Coach, Gamerhawk, Prugs, Puzzle Dam, Procyon, Holgamate, Shadowmane, Time Strike, JY, DC Simmons, M3 Times, Cola Cola, Samster, Drew Tom, Gruffalo, Mogra, 8 Minky. Lovely to have you all here. Welcome to the stream. We are playing 2 games tonight. We are playing The Purge first of all. This is with a question pack written by our friend Shadowmane, who I did just say his name, so is around. Obviously won't be joining the game because he wrote the questions. But a very nice question pack. This one was proofed by Panda. And so yes, that'll be this should be really good fun, and I hope you're looking forward to it. Then later on we'll be having a question pack of my own. That one's been proofed by 8 Minky, and it's going to be DangerZone 2, which is going to be looking back over the year that was 2020, see how much we remembered, how much we were paying attention. Not that we really want to be really thinking back to 2020, very strange year for all of us, I'm sure, but yeah, we're going to have one final fleeting glance back over our shoulders before kicking in the new year properly. Just a reminder, if you are going to be playing the game tonight, you need to have Persephone's Twitch bot. If you don't have Persephone's Twitch bot, then you are going to struggle, because if you type your answers into public chat, then the answers aren't processed. They won't be processed, but your message will be deleted by a moderator. So excuse me, make sure you've got Persephone's Twitch bot ready to whisper your answers to. Thank you very much for the 1,000 bits there, Matt. Happy New Year, everyone, and Happy New Year to you too. That's very kind of you. and that's 20 shared rewards with people. Thank you very much for those rewards and for those 1,000 bits. That's very kind of you, Matt, indeed. And here's to hopefully a more positive year than the last one. I'll give you a few more minutes to come and join the game if you'd like to play the Purge. We've got 29 in so far. Very straightforward game. Answer the questions right. They're all multiple choice, so apart from a few of them, so there's only a handful where you need to type a full answer. For the majority of them, it's either A, B, C, D, up to E that you need to whisper to Persephone's Twitch bot within 10 seconds. How it works is that it's a sort of hive mind game. The more of you get it right, the higher your chances of survival will be. In the center there is a purge meter. After every question, the percentage of the number of players who got the question wrong will be shown there, and if you breach the break point, then we will go to a purge. The purge questions are not multiple choice. You need to type a full answer for them, and all of this is to Persephone's Twitch bot. So make sure you've got her handy. If you answer a purge question incorrect, you are eliminated from the game. Gameplay continues until we have had either 20 regular questions, 5 purge questions, or 5 or fewer players remain. Once one of those criteria is filled, then we will go to the final purge, where it is going to be a matter of survival of the fittest, and I'll explain those rules as we get there. The long and short of it is, though, get the multiple choice questions right, and you will survive. And the more people get it right, the higher your chance of survival. If too many people get it wrong, like I say, if you break that the break point on the purge meter, then everybody who got the question wrong or abstained will go into the purge. So because it's multiple choice, there's no sense in abstaining on anything. You might as well have a go at every question. Yeah, that's the general gist of the game. It's relatively straightforward. It's quite casual. At the end, if we don't have 5 or fewer players and we get through all 20, then the 5 players with the most questions correct will go through to the final, and going to a tiebreaker, which is the first question we'll see in just a moment if necessary. And that tiebreaker is going to be a number question, just so you're all aware. So, it's a Purge. We haven't played it for about a month. I think it was the first day of Quizmas, so way back on the 1st of December was when we played the Purge. And it's now the 2nd of January. So it's a bit overdue. I'm going to count back from 10, and then I'm going to lock the lobby, and we will start with 31 players. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Possibly not more crop than usual, DC Simmons. I added an extra 10 players just before we did the Quizmas version. There used to be 40. There's now capacity for 50 players, which is a good thing, because I think we had like 46, 47 for the Quizmas game. We might have even had 50. Yes, so it might look a little bit different from how it did previously. 5, 4, the time is 10 past 8. 3, oh, time in general, the concept of time. Who knows? 2, 1. And that's going to be it. We're going to have 31 players playing the Purge. Let's lock you in. 32 players playing the Purge. ABME just sneaking in before I press the magic button there. Welcome ABME to the game. So, first question is a tie-break question. This is going to be a number question. As I've said, please make sure you whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot, because if you type it into the public chat, it won't be processed and it will be deleted by a moderator. So make sure you get your answers into Persephone's Twitch bot. This first question is a number. The answer is a number, and it needs to be a whole number, so no decimals, no commas separated them out, no spaces, just a whole number whispering to the bot. So this is a tiebreaker question which may or may not come into play if we have a tie at the end of the game. Have a look at this. You've got 20 seconds to answer this. Make sure you get your answers whispered to the bot, and as ever, keep your eye on the public chat. Don't type your answers there, but that is where the answers will be asked by the bot, and when the bot asks the questions are live. So there may be a little bit of a time delay on the screen if you've got a bit of latency, but keep your eye on the chat because that is when the questions will be live. Here we go. Tiebreaker question coming in. Take a look at this. How many letters are in the longest word to feature in the Oxford English Dictionary? Whispering your answers to the bot. 30 seconds left. A couple of players still waiting for. No answer from Gamehawk there, so you will get the maximum integer. 45 was the answer, so don't worry too much about that. It may or may not come into play a bit later on. But 45 was the answer. It's the pneumo something volcanosis. It's some sort of lung condition. Originally, again, reminder, these questions were written by Shadowmane. Originally, we had the 186,000 word, but it wasn't actually in the dictionary. It was just sort of a word, and it was possibly a bit vague. Dylan, just so you're aware, the camera is on.
I know.
You do know, okay. Okay, so that was the first question. No, it was a tiebreaker question. This is the first question proper. There are two options, A or B, and you only need to type the letter either A or B. You've only got 10 seconds for each one. 50% is the breakpoint. If 50% or more of you get this one wrong, that's 16 players. 50% or more get it wrong, then you will go into a purge question. Those players who get it wrong will go into that purge. So, good luck. Take a look at question number 1. Options are Monopoly, Go for Broke. Which of these board games do you win by getting the lowest score? And that's time. Yeah, Gamehawk, we've had this conversation before. I'm going to nip it in the bud now. We had this conversation before when you've played in the past. And as you can see, 8Minky is deleting your message there because you're typing it into public chat. You need to type it to Persephone's Twitch bot. You need to click Persephone's Twitch bot. She's the one asking the questions. Click her name and then click Whisper. Please don't continue to type your answers into the public chat because they're just going to continue to get deleted. You have been warned about this in the past. So please don't do that. And if you continue to do that, then yeah, there'll be a problem. So please don't. Make sure you whisper to the bot, otherwise it won't be processed. Most players getting an answer in on that. Let's take a look and see what the correct answer was. It's B, Go for Broke. Go for Broke is you win by getting the lowest score. Not Monopoly, you get the highest score for Monopoly. Or the highest amount of cash. Let's take a look and see how many people got it wrong. Let me just bring up my statistics. Okay, start the meter. Most of us getting the correct answer there. 9% were incorrect, which is nice and safe. 2 people going for Monopoly, 1 abstaining, but everyone else, 91% giving the correct answer of Go for Broke. Let's go on to question number 2. Still 2 options, A and B, but that breakpoint is going to drop by 10%. So now 40% is the threshold for going into a purge. 40% or fewer getting this wrong to avoid a purge. 2 options, A or B. Here they are. Question 2. Bash. Biff. What is the name of the bully in Back to the Future, played by Thomas F. Wilson? That's time. Full... Meg?
Sorry. I'm only going to do it this way.
Okay. Full disclosure, I have never seen Back to the Future. Never seen it in my 32 years. Never seen it, 32 and a bit years. I wonder how many of you have. Let's have a look and see. I know, right? See, Podo Nuevo's with me, and Clive says I'm not missing out. Let's have a look and see what the correct answer was. It's B, Biff, apparently. Biff is the correct answer there. Let's see how many of you knew that. Start the meter. Overwhelming majority. Just the 1 abstention. Everyone else giving me the correct answer of Biff. 97% getting that right. And we have nicely avoided that purge. Let's go on to question 3. Still only 2 options, A or B. Whispering your options to Persephone's Twitch spot. Question 3, here are your options. Albatross. Condor. Which bird did the mariner shoot down in the Rime of the Ancient Mariner? And that's time. Let's take a look at the correct answer. It's the albatross. I seem to recall this cropped up, I think, in Ash's server the other day. Thank you, 8Minky, for that. We'd been having that. There had been a problem with that in the past. Thank you for being so astute on that. But yeah, that's just probably the easiest way to deal with it. Yes, so this cropped up in Ash's server. I didn't see the context of it, but yeah, albatross is the correct answer. 30% is that breakpoint. The breakpoint is 30%. If 30% or more get this wrong, then we are going into Purge number 1. Let's find out who got it wrong. Start the meter. Well, we got up to 10%. 15, we're halfway there. Halfway towards that breakpoint. But we're stopping 22%. 4 players going for Condor, 3 abstaining, 25 giving me the correct answer of A, albatross there. If you got that one wrong, you have been saved from a purge by everyone else getting it right. But that can't last forever, as that breakpoint is going to continue to drop. Let's go on to question number 4. Breakpoint is now at 20%. If 20% or fewer get this, 20% or more get this wrong, then you are going into the first purge. The questions are going to start to get slightly more difficult, and as the questions go on, you'll get more options available after the 5th question. So, take a look at question number 4. Options are Karen, Keith. What is the first name of the world record breaker who completed a round of 301 darts in the fastest time? And that's time. Karen or Keith? It was Keith. Keith, who I can't remember. I'm sure Score Count has a joke about this somewhere. Anything to do with darts. Score Count's the guy to go to. What is the name of the world record breaker? It was Keith. Let's find out how many of you got that one right and how many of you got it wrong. If you're wrong and 20% or more of you are wrong, then we are going into Purge number 1. Let's find out. Start the meter. Damn it, Karen and DJ White. Well, we're halfway there. And we're still climbing. And we're still climbing. And there we go, we've hit it. So with 34% of players giving me an incorrect answer, 1 abstention, and 10 players going for option A, Karen, you 11 are going to be going into the purge. Congratulations if you got this one right. If you said Keith, you avoid this purge. And just a reminder that purge questions don't count towards your allotment of correct or incorrect answers. Your correct answers are still all out of 20. So if you get this one right, it doesn't add to your score. But if you get it wrong, you're eliminated from the game. If you get it right, you get to carry on. So let's find out who is going to be in Purge number 1. Lupine, Topper 1, Jay White, Apodo, Brian, We Like Shapes, Kira, Cetra, Gamehawk, who is now no longer with us, Gruffalo, and Purge. You are all in the purge. A reminder that this is not a multiple choice question. You need to give me a full answer for this. Still whispered to Persephone's Twitch bot, and I can manually override if the computer deems it to be wrong, if I deem the computer to be wrong about your being wrong. But you have got 20 seconds rather than 10 to type the full answer. Don't submit your answer until, again, the bot says that the question is open. No multiple choice. Good luck. You need to answer this question correctly in order to survive. Here is the first Purge question. What name is given to the astronomical event that occurs between June the 20th and June the 22nd each year in the Northern Hemisphere? Answers coming in. Gruffalo, there we go. Looks like everyone who is still active and with us has at least submitted an answer. Clive thinking it might be A, possibly B. That does mean Gamehawk will be eliminated. We'll be very sad to see you go. Let's find out what you said. If you got it right, then it won't show us the answer and you'll go green. If you got it wrong, it will tell us what you said so that I can potentially overwrite it if I deem the computer to be wrong about its judgment, and you'll go red. Let's find out. The correct answer was the summer solstice. Oh, Topper 1, that's the other way around. The equinox is in the autumn and the spring equinox. The solstice is the one, it's the shortest and longest day respectively. So this is the winter solstice that we've just had, is in it's December the 21st or something. The summer solstice, June the 21st. The equinox is the opposite of that. Perseids, I'm not sure what Perseids is. It wasn't something that I came up with, Gruffalo. So I'm afraid that is going to be a wrong answer. So what started as 32 is going to go down to 29. Gamehawk, Gruffalo, and Top 1 Gaming, you have failed to answer the purge question correctly, and that means you've been purged. On we go with the game. Question number 5. It's the last one where we have only 2 options, A or B. After this, they'll go up to 3, A, B, or C. Breakpoint has been reset to 50% plus an extra 10, so we're going up to 60% every time we go through a purge. That breakpoint reset. So 60% gives you a little bit of breathing room. We're down to 29 players. Have a look at question 5, A or B. Options are marble, granite. What material is the Lincoln Memorial made out of? Most players, but not all, getting an answer in on that one. Remember, with this game, you might as well have a go. You might as well have a guess, even if you're not quite sure. Correct answer is a marble. Bit of a toss-up here. It's one or the other, marble or granite, but it is, in fact, marble. Let's take a look. Let's just look at the individual answers here. No, let's look at percentage of individual answers. That's the one we want. No point in doing this one at a time, so let's just have a look. How many of you got this one wrong? Start the meter. 60% is the cut-off point, the thing we are trying to avoid. We're about halfway there. And we're stopping halfway there. 31% incorrect, avoiding a purge. 69% getting this right, very nice indeed. 28%, quite a high percentage getting it wrong, and just that one abstention. I think it was them 3 times who may have just been out of time. But 3% abstaining, 28% going for granite. So if you got this one wrong, you've been saved by the hive mind. Let's go on to question number 6. So your options increase now to 3, A, B, or C. So you need to find an extra letter on your keyboard. The format for everything else is the same. That breakpoint has dropped to 50%, so now we need to see half of you or more get it right to avoid a purge. Have a look. Question number 6. Options are ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise. Which of these condiments is procured from seeds of the same name? Not many people getting an answer in there. Yeah, that was very interesting to see. There's an happening. That could be some technical stuff. Did she now? Whisper, then it deleted it. If that's a bot, that could be a Twitch thing. Is it time to test my time machine? Did the bot actually type in? So she definitely, the bot is still alive, which makes me think it's a Twitch balk. I haven't actually used it in any of them before. I've never had to. I have tested this one thoroughly because I did this especially for the Quizmas one and it was working. I haven't revealed the answer yet, so I'm inclined to do that. It should put everything back to exactly where it was. Oh, did the bot only put one answer into the chat? Oh, so she did, yeah. Should I be very brave? You'll all still love me if something goes wrong with the time machine, won't you? I'd rather try and salvage the game than risk going into a purge because only half the answers came through. Because it does look like something has hiccuped there. You won't all abandon me if I restart it and it doesn't recall properly, will you? Please don't. Please? Please? Yeah, okay, I'll try and do a reset. Oh, no one's chatting now. Maybe everyone is going to abandon me. Maybe everyone has abandoned me. Maybe that's what's going on. It's not 8:45 yet, though. Oh, you are here. Right, I'm going to try and do the reset, and hopefully it'll just restore everything back to the start of this question. Yes, we'll find out. Let me just take note of some things here in case I don't need to override anything there. Current question 5 is the variable there. Right. Let's be brave. Time to be brave, Ben. Let's find out. Oh, what have I done? Time to be brave. Oh, if the bot pings the code into the chat, don't join. Don't join if the bot does ping the code into the chat. I'm just going to wait for this to happen. the sound to finish, and then go restore game. Now, hopefully, we'll be exactly where we were. It'll just take a couple of seconds to restore the data. Should just bring everyone back in. Eliminate the people who were eliminated before. Going into question 6. How's that? Yeah? That seems to have worked. In before the whole thing just collapses now. But we should be exactly where we were, where we left off, and all your data should still be restored. I guess we'll find out as we go on. For now, though, let's go to the next question. Can everyone just type something into the chat for me? Because I'm slightly concerned all the chat just stopped for a minute. Maybe Twitch is having a sneeze. Is everyone still here? Hello, everyone in the chat. If you're in the chat, go hey-o.
Hey-o.
You're not in the chat. Oh, I'm getting messages. All of Twitch is giving up at the moment. Thanks for the heads up. Right, so I'm getting a message from Ash. All of Twitch is giving up at the moment. The chat just rolled back for some reason, not your end, Twitch's end. Just have to give it a hot minute. Okay, we're giving it a hot minute. Oh, now my stream has seriously wrong at the moment. Well, I'm keeping the stream live, and at least my time machine works. Oh, Ash can't even see the channel, never mind let alone the text of it. Okay, well, we'll just sit tight. We'll just sit tight here. On the plus side, time machine is working. I'll have a nice chat with Ash while we're waiting for the chat to reconnect. So yeah, that's encouraging. Well, this is nice. I'll just wait. I'll wait until I can start seeing y'all typing again. Yeah, Twitch really do need to sort their lives out a bit, don't they, here? Yeah. Yeah. Ash is letting me know. I'm still here, though. I've got Kira messaging me on Facebook now. I've got Ash messaging me on Discord. And I've got Twitch trying to connect to chat. Let's press refresh again, press the magic refresh button, and what's happening in general chat? Oh, and I'm getting more messages coming through. Right, okay, let me have a read what's happening in Discord. Having a complete mare. Wednesday, does Ben know it died? Yeah, Ben knows it died. On the plus side, the time machine does work, yes. Yeah, we'll just sit tight a minute. And then in before Ben's internet connection dies, just as Twitch comes back. Yeah. It's all very exciting. In the meantime, here is some music. David can still hear me, but is not getting any messages. I'm gonna keep the monologue going until it returns. Oh, this could be a good time to practice my my poem for you all. You can still hear. Okay. You can still hear me, but the video's just crapped out. Thank you for the heads up, Procyon. Thanks for heads up. I'll message that there as well. Do free bird. Get the prosecco. We got red wine tonight, Ash. No prosecco tonight. Would anyone like to hear me recite a poem? You like pizza rolls? You want to get a pizza roll? Apodonoeva can hear me and is responding. Has that question never been answered with yet? It's never been answered with yet. It's been answered with yes a few times. It's not Jabberwocky, no. It's the one I've mentioned before by Murray Lachlan Young. I don't know if I can remember all of it.
It's not age appropriate.
It's not age appropriate, but I haven't got the family friendly tag on. Everyone in the voice chat laughed at my poem idea. Oh, boo!
What?
You're so mean. Right, well, I'm gonna give you my poem anyway. Excuse me. Right. So if you don't want to hear my poem, it's a good a thing as any to listen to, I think. Here we go. From Mayfair to modern, from Soho to Sidcup, from Richmond to Dalston through Old Regent's Park, from Borough to Bayswater, Crouch End to Clapham, from Debden to Tooting beneath Marble Arch. There are daughters of ministers, children of clergy, there are amiable honourables, barristers verging on every single section of today's society have thrown figs to the wind and embraced with such glee the most wonderful pastime to have come round in years. Yes, policemen and plumbers, road sweepers and peers. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. In the marathon, runners are running with glee, with a vigour quite plain for spectators to see. It's amazing how thousands have slashed at their times whilst at regular intervals hoofing a line. They've been stoking it up like a train. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Well, last weekend I rode the Millennium Wheel. From above and beneath I heard giggle and squeal, for instead of enjoying the fine views all about, all the tourists were busily racking them out, even those from the west of Ukraine. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Well, I saw a young fireman, helmet in hand, with a placard declaring we need 30 grand. When I asked him to justify such an increase, he said we have to buy it, unlike the police. Then he left for his villa in Spain. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Well, I saw a young officer pounding his beat. I said, "Officer, why are you grinding your teeth?" He said, "You should try running 10 miles, but now I can jump 20 stiles." Then he shot a young thug in the brain. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Where do we go now? Well, I saw Auntie Millie in last season's clothes. She said car, house and yacht had gone straight up her nose, but she had had the most wonderful time and the whole thing seemed simply sublime. I said, "Tracy, my dear, you'll be dead at this rate." "Not at all," parried she, "for I just had a plate made of metal put into my nose." Now she's hoovering it up like a hose. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Well, I saw Fizzy Sipworth attempting to eat, inexplicably missing the most of her teeth. I said, "Fizzy, you're gummy, what gives you, old wag?" She said, "Snorting Peruvian from the pound bag." And she laughed like a Portuguese drain. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Where do we go now? I saw Tracy Miller in I've done last season's closed. I've done Attempting to Eat. I'll skip a verse because I can't remember that one. Well, I saw Uncle Percy. Uncle Percy set off on his great expedition. I said, "Percy, you look in the peak of condition." He said, "Quite so, dear boy. I'm a jack in the box since I purchased a sack of Bolivian rocks from a couple I met on the train." Simply everyone's taking cocaine. In the jungle, Percy's supply was near done. He said, "This lack of chang is impeding my fun." When a bearer discovered the wreck of a plane fairly stuffed to the gunnels with stacks of cocaine. For a year did he chatter and gurn. His remains were returned in an urn. Well, the vicar declared it the poorest of taste to be scattering ashes all over the place, but if, as he suspected, the powder were pure, we should snort the old goat off the rectory floor. Well, at first Auntie Millie declined, but she quickly gave in when the Reverend stepped in and insisted that Percy would waggle his chin if he knew that his very last blast was a trip up the old Khyber Pass. No, we all shouted hip hip hooray. Simply everyone's taking cocaine, for bus drivers are tooting it, jockeys are hoofing it, DJs are spinning it, gamblers winning it, forces manoeuvring it, cleaners are hoovering it, A&R men denying it, producers are trying it, publishers collecting it, lawyers protecting it, artists are begging it, some of them pegging it. It seems like it's simple, there's no one to blame, for the whole of this nation is taking cocaine. Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Oh, how gay it all seems and how bright we all are, how much fun we are having it. Oh, what a lark to have blistering jousting and sharp repartee. Oh, please less about you, and please more about me. Thank you. If anyone heard the poem, that's roughly it. I haven't recited it for a while, but there we go. It's the cocaine poem. Snap, snap, snap. Thank you. I missed a verse. There's a verse. I saw Auntie something. There's last season's clothes, and there's Attempting to Eat, and there's one more. Yeah, blowing up the old Khyber Pass. There's piss. What is it? I saw Auntie Millie, her nose in a cast. I asked how would she manage her hourly blasts. She said, "Needs must, dear boy, though it may seem a farce. I've been having it blown up the old Khyber Pass by an elderly friend from Bahrain." Simply everyone's taking cocaine. Yeah, that's the one I missed that one out. Yeah, there we go. I'll get that down properly. Do it properly sometime. So yeah, there we go.
If anyone has been affected by the content that they've seen on Persephone's Chair stream, there is always a helpline that you can call. Details will be at the end of the stream.
And there's Mrs. Flush doing her sexy voiceover voice. Okay, well, my stream is still live, but there's still no chat. Twitch has got bigger fish to fry. So we look at Twitter. And on the plus side, yeah, the time machine is working. Starmer Quits is still trending. Oh, we are working to resolve the issues causing the site not loading correctly. Thank you for your patience. I'll at them and say, get a move on. We're in the middle of a game. I'll just put a GIF. I'll do the Mr. Bean GIF. Yeah, there we go. That's a perfect response. I'll send them the Mr. Bean GIF. Come on, Twitch, sort your life out. Thanks for your tweet as well, Steve. Hello, hope you're doing well. I miss you. Also, the answer is B. If we get back around to it. Although the answers will be shuffled for next I've reset the build. So yeah, on the plus side, time machine working, which is good. And let's have a look. No update from a single Twitch. They have just tweeted. Status can't log into Twitch. Identified web issues. Web. What's this say? Degraded performance. Video. So broadcasting is operational, just not chat. It'd be interesting to know if the Whisper's working, because we could just carry on without the chat. 'Cause if the broadcaster's working, I think I might just wait until it's all resolved itself, though. That's probably a much safer way of playing this particular game. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the admin chat while we're here. Thank you for that, 8Minky, incidentally. If you can hear me, it was that individual has been about before. Oh, Whispers are a part of chat. Okay, fair enough, Ash. Whispers are being eaten. Okay, well, I'm continually pressing the refresh button in the hope that something's going to recover at some point. Still trying to connect to chat for now. But yes, thank you for dealing with that, Ape. I'm very grateful to you. Run out of poem. I could do my Raven poem. That's not my Raven poem. So that, to be fair, it's not my cocaine poem either. It's Murray Lachlan Young's, but it's a good poem. Good poem. I made some adaptations to it to make it longer. But yeah, just do it doing the old-fashioned way. I have got a pack. Oh, I've got half a pack of cards. I always do have a pack of cards. My cocaine. Maffic. Half a trick. What can we do? Let me hop that out of the way. I've only got a tiny thing. So without stopping the build, I can't switch over the webcam, so it's just webcam. Bring back Be the Bee. I haven't practiced Beat the Bee for so long, and clearly I haven't practiced cards for so long, so I'm spilling them all on the floor.
Simply everyone's taking.
Simply everyone's taking coke. No, that doesn't scan. Feeling some blackjack. We feel some blackjack on stream. Slow and Logie B just to warm up. Okay, let's do. I think it's just camera's really bad angle for this, unless I'm just doing showboaty cardistry stuff. Let me just go yeet. So that's quite a fun shuffle with the chin until that happens. See, I've not warmed up. I'm not prepared for this sort of thing. I'm not prepared for it tonight. Doing it off the cuff. If I could dig out my old webcam, huh?
Get on with it.
Boo! I could use another webcam. I could put another webcam. I play that. No, I can play the piano Proogs, but that's all the way downstairs. Let me see. What can I do? I've got a big bag of stuff to do magic tricks with here. Cards and things in here. Oh no! And now the Twitch chat's gone again. Let's keep pressing refresh. If I just put the camera there. Oh! I'm seeing chat now, which I don't think I was seeing before. We're connected to chat. I think we're connected to chat. Hello. Oh no, we're connected to chat some more. Piss. Piss on that. Okay, never mind.
Benjamin.
Sorry. You can have a look at my RGB keyboard if you like. Does that sort of work? That sort of hangs there. Oh look, now we're... What happens if I go into... Come with the cap... Oh, we can do an IRL Droster effect. Several people are typing. That's quite fun. You just put the webcam on the webcam. With the webcam and it'll just go forever. Can type in chat but can't send. I'm still going to connect into chat now. I'm still pressing refresh though. Yeah, that's quite fun, that is. I'm enjoying that a lot. Right, let's... no, you just sit there. Just sit. Sit there. Sit there. Just sit. What happened if I plug in my other webcam? Where is my other webcam anyway? I don't even know where it's... Oh no, it's here. I don't know if I've got a spare USB port and without unplugging this one. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Not when I'm midstream. I'm worried about breaking everything. I could get someone to come and hold the camera, possibly, or we could do it at a jaunty angle like that. Is that... This is fine. No, this is not fine. Right, let's do one like this. We'll just do one held up to you. We've got a card there, the Queen of Clubs. We'll not have that card, she's on the floor. We'll pick a different card. The Five of Clubs, yes. It's a good card, Five of Clubs, right. I'm trying to do everything up here. If I stand, right, you can't see my face anymore, but we'll give them a shuffle and I'll be very fair about my shuffling. I'm going to pick the Queen of Clubs up in a minute, but we're using the Five of Clubs. Five of Clubs is the one we're using, okay? There's a shuffle, I'll do one more. Yeet. And then one of these. That's fun. Right. So we're looking for the, what, Five of Clubs? Postage stamp magic, yeah. Yeah, that's the Six of Spades, so not the Five of Clubs. Let me try and just give it a little rub like that. There's the Five of Clubs for you all. Yay. Five of Clubs, right? Alright, so we'll take it and we'll put it back in the middle. There it goes. In the middle of the deck. And yay. There's the Five of Clubs right there. Now watch though, if I give it a bit of a shuffle like that, I put it into the middle of the deck, right? And then if we just dribble down the deck to say the Eight of Hearts, we'll find the Five of Clubs there. But watch, see, if I leave it face up, this is when it gets really impressive. I put it in the middle and it just comes back to the top. That's even more impressive when it's face down, you see. So there's the Five of Clubs. Put it in the middle, give them a spin. I'm at a good angle there because my hand is actually blocking it off, isn't it? So hang on, we'll do one of those. And we'll grab the Three of Diamonds there until I give it a spin into the Five of Clubs. But how? I know it all makes no sense. Right, time to press refresh again. Time to check back in. What? How have I got 6 notifications? Oh, people are messaging me. The Bean Guy. So my reply to Twitch is apparently garnering... Holy cow! I've gone a little bit viral on Twitter without even realising it. I posted that thing to Twitch support, the Mr. Bean gif, and it's got like 41 likes. That's okay. Accidental, not really going viral, but 42 likes. I should put another reply on the back of that and say, yes, come and join our stream when it comes back online. That's a bit, I'm quite happy with that, getting loads of likes in reply, because that directly correlates with my self-worth as a human being. Getting likes on social media. The more likes I get, the more inherent value I feel I have as a human being, because I'm a millennial and a child of the 20th century. I was born in the 20th century, but yeah. I don't have a SoundCloud, but join my stream. Yeah, very well. I never post SoundCloud on Twitter. It's always SoundCloud. I don't know what that's about. This is actually a really old and rubbish deck of cards. It's my fiddle deck, is what it is. my fiddle deck. It's Clive's self-worth depends on the number of leaks I get on any given post. I'm sponsored by the owning industry. Fiddle deck, yeah. I mean, it is a relevant gift for what's going down. I just didn't expect. Normally, when you post something on Twitter, it's like, oh yay, donate Minky, give it some like, continue to spread the love. Time Machine, no, the game itself is still fine. I have to say, it's nice for a change. If something's going to go wrong, it's nice for it not to be my fault, because I can remain relatively calm, just think, you know, this is what's going on. Until such a time as... oh, you mean... I see what you mean. Time Machine, as in, that's what the Twitch is saying. Let me see what else we've got in here. No, I can just sort of sit back and relax a little bit about it. Still hearing Ben, just not seeing him. I'm just in the corner. Yeah, I was bending down to... Oh, that's what a deck of cards is supposed to feel like. And sound like. What I could do, actually, rather than just temporarily... Oh yeah, we're playing DangerZone later, if that's not the secret. What if I go and make that really... No, I'm going to end up screwing this up, aren't I? Oh no, I'm slightly bigger now. If I go wide, and then... E8, and then E8. Can I go any bigger than that? Can I? Apparently not. There we go. I'm slightly bigger now. 60 seconds on the best way to leave a party, starting now. The thing you've got to remember about going to a party is... No, I'm rubbish at this game. I'm really bad at that. That's what she said. Come on, Twitch. Get a move on. Get a move on. See, this is nice because this was a new deck for a gig I had relatively recently. I still can't keep hold of them all. Hesitation, yeah. Do just a minute if I need a route in. I'm not going to do just a minute. I'm hopeless at that. Someone in chat, name a card. The first one I see. Pop it into the general chat. Name a card, a playing card. Not the Joker, although I probably could do it with the Joker. Two of Spades. Thank you very much, Purge. Somebody else name a position in the deck. I've got the Two of Spades. I'm going to work with the Two of Spades. Somebody else name a number between 1 and 52. Number between 1... an integer between 1 and 52. Kira said 5. I'm going to go with 34. No, I'll go with 5. That's the first one I saw. That would make sense. Two of Spades, 5. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Two of Spades and 5. Let's play that again. That was a fun game. Right, name another card.
Club 6.
Someone else name it. I know, Kira. It makes no sense. Joker, black and white. That's. I did say not Joker. Jack of Diamonds. Prue's going for the Jack of Diamonds. Okay, someone else name a position. Oh crap. Jack of Diamonds. Someone name a position. Times Right says 10 cards. 10. Making it slightly more difficult. That's fine. Reverse cowboy. You did say. To be fair, I did say a position. Right. Was it Jack of Diamonds in position 10? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack of Diamonds in 10. Yeah. And one more. I know, it's magic. 5 of clubs. 5 of clubs in 33. Oh, good lord. 5 of clubs in 33. This one would be slightly more difficult. I'm going to need to shuffle it a couple of times. Yeah, it's fairly obvious what's going on now, isn't it? Alright, 5 of clubs in 33. Obviously we'll be counting a while. Oh. I'm giving away all my secrets here. I don't think this is going to work somehow. Was it 5 of clubs in 33? Alright, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 5 of clubs in 33. That was pretty good. Yeah, 5 of clubs and 33. That's just about deck manipulation. It's not particularly magic, and that was a fairly clumsy way of doing it. If I was a real magician, I'd know how many cards I've got in the deck and actually do it from the bottom up. And be better at maths. Thanks, David. Are we back? Oh! Is there a thing? Is it happening? Can type. I'm still connecting to chat, apparently. Prue's getting all excited. Okay, let's see what else we can do. This is really interesting. I don't know what this is going to... Because apparently I'm frozen at 55 viewers at the moment, which is... It's good for my analytics, I guess. We can see what's going on. I'm just thinking... Produce the aces. Am I full size again? Was I not full size to begin with? 40-some Cam Frank. 40-some gave the 3 ounce trick. More tricks. Okay. All the aces. Let's try and do all the aces. If I've even got the aces in this deck. If I haven't got the aces in this deck, then I won't be able to, obviously. Let's see if we can find one. Okay. Might have to stand for this. No, that's not an ace. Try again. No, still not an ace. It's a jack and a 2. I'm going to do this. Let's try one of these shuffles. This is normally how I end up doing it when someone asks me just to produce the 4 aces on a whim. We'll just give them some shuffles like this. And eventually something will happen. Yeah, that was really obvious because I caught that late. Hasn't made it all the way out yet. Okay. Right, ace number 1. Let's try this. There's one. Just I'll keep it in my mouth, that's sort of ruin the deck. I'm just going to check that they are all indeed in here. It does look like most of them are. Right. Oh.
Go and get your bedding. Go and get...
Right, we've got ace of spades. Can we send messages in chat? It doesn't look like I've connected yet. There's 2 more. Diamonds and clubs. So ace of hearts is the last one. I've got to locate it first of all. I think I've got it now. Somewhere. He says. I'm going to press refresh as soon as I've found the last ace. Somewhere near the middle, I reckon. Let's go there by the 6 of hearts. Bada boom, bada bing. Ace of hearts. Right. Let's see what's going on. Connecting to chat. Still connecting to chat. No. We are playing the Purge and DangerZone tonight. That is going to happen. I'm not going to carry on until I can do it at my end. For some, not with others. Seems to be at normal velocity. Nothing in chat yet. Yeah, so it would seem. Well, thank you all for sticking around with me and keeping me company through this. Let's see how my notifications are doing. My virility. How's my virility getting on? Oh, I've got some new followers. That's nice. 47 likes now. Hooray! 48. Yay! Have I got more likes than? No, I haven't got more likes than the original tweet. That's the dream. That is. Get more likes than the original tweet, but. Oh, it is the top tweet. The Bean Guy. Someone said yes. It is the Bean Guy. Oh, hello. What? Okay, we bought new pillows today. This is sort of thing you do when you get into your 30s. You buy pillows. Can somebody explain to me why Starmer quits has been trending all afternoon? Because Keir Starmer, as far as I know, hasn't quit. The novelty of conversing with a person on Twitch through Discord is just enough to keep your heart pumping. You're on TV, David? Really? It does sound like fake news, Lupine. Yeah, it really does. What are you doing on TV? Oh, I've been mentioned in a comment. Oh, how exciting. On Facebook. Oh, we have seen that one. The Angry Cat. Right, let me refresh that one. That's my streamer dash. Will that connect to chat? No. Will that one connect to chat? BBC click at 20. Ooh. Yay. Let's point out to us. Oh, it was on today. It was live. Oh, hang on. That looks like it's connected. Oh, no, it hasn't. Are we on? No. So why do these things happen? Is my next question. Why do these things happen? We've got 76 viewers. I've not got 76 viewers, surely not. I've got 0 viewers now, apparently. If you are viewing and you're new and you've just come here because I've called out Twitch, then we're going to be carrying on with this game in a minute and then playing another game later on. A game of Among Us at the Twitch HQ gone wrong. Oh, live channels on the sidebar came back. Ah! David going ahead and being more famous than all of us by getting on TV. Connecting to chat is still connecting to chat, apparently. My end. It's the love channels, not the live channels. 2 virtual audiences recently where they used our cameras and then did both show photos. Very distressing. That sounds quite distressing. This loop has just been going on for ages. Blimey, we really are at 76 viewers. Hello, 76 viewers. I can't say if you're here and you want to come and join. We're chatting in the Discord at the moment. Come to discord.gg/Persephone's chair. If you're new here and you want to find out where we're all chatting while we're waiting for Twitch chat to come back to life, discord.gg/Persephone's chair. PERSEPHONES, and then chair spelled the normal way. Welcome everyone. It'll be interesting to see if we get some best content ages. Thanks, David. 110 new viewers for the chat. That would be amazing if we have. If you want to come and chat with us, discord.gg/Persephone's chair. It'd be interesting to see. We'll get some new people. That would be nice. Oh yeah, it's at the top. It's on the scrolly bar, isn't it? If people are going to come and join, if they're just hanging out. My suspicion is that it's actually just frozen at that number, and it's probably not that number. Unless, I don't know, maybe. So let's check back with my Twitter. I've now got 50 likes. I've never had 50 likes for anything. Actually, no, that's not true. I got 50 likes on Facebook, not on Twitter though. That's not even a word. Procyon.
That's not even a name.
What's white, black, and red all over? A penguin, a newspaper. There's probably a really inappropriate answer to that. Hello, Holger Matt. Welcome to the server. Welcome. We got someone come in. Welcome. I'm just going to say black and white and red all over. A panda with a rash. A roadkill zebra. A dead penguin. A bloody clarinet. I'm having a lovely time. Having a nice chat with everyone. Sort of monologuing to myself. Sunburnt tipster. That would work. Still no chat. Of course, the temptation is to close the build, do the time machine again in a minute, and then put the webcam back on. I'm not sure what that would achieve. A piano at a crime scene. This basic list of plot. These answers are lit, fam. Discord quiplash, the worst thing to take to the beach during a thunderstorm.
What?
Right, have they said anything else? We are working to resolve the issues causing the site not loading correctly. Thank you for your patience. Snooker table, yeah, that worked. Oh, we've gone back down to a sensible 54 viewers now, which is about where we should be, I reckon. Right, time for me to message Twitch support again and say, in all seriousness, sort your life out. I can only monologue for so long. In all seriousness, what's going on? Can only monologue for so long. Monologue for so long. Temptation is to start it again. Start it again, because we're an hour in. We should be playing DangerZone now, and we're finishing the Purge first. In all seriousness, come the fuck off. No. There we go. That won't get as many likes. Oh! There's chat! Right! Stuff's happening. Hello? Hello? Yay! There's chat! We're back in and the game is still alive. And here we go! Let's go! Oh, I managed to stall the stream for so long. Yeah! Oh, you've got an advert now. Oh, sorry, Bruce. Hey, if you subscribe, then you don't have those adverts. Oh, I don't feel good about saying that. Like and subscribe. Call to arms. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I don't feel good about that. But like and subscribe if you like. You know, if you don't have to. I appreciate your support. Yeah, Mrs. Frost is going to say like and subscribe in her sexy voice.
If you would like to go without adverts, you could always like and subscribe to Persephone's Chair.
Now I feel, if anything, more dirty. Right. Looks like... Helen.
Go and clean your teeth.
Oh, we've got no emojis. Can I do Persephone's chair emoji? I can do that one. Oh. Is the bot here? That's a good question. Bot. Bot. Whispers are broke. Well, that is just lame. Lame. Nightbot's here. That's something. Whisper. Persephone's here, but we're not getting whispers. Right, I'm going to go to a few more minutes. We'll get a few more minutes. If we go whisper. Whisper? How do you... I don't even know how to whisper. On opening all gates, remain patient. Fresh Twitch to see active chat, but some functions may still be down. Cool. Thanks for the update, 8 Key. We'll give this a few more minutes. Then I was getting sick of this loop. I've been getting sick of this loop for a while. Oh, look! We have a kitty.
We have a very angry kitty.
Bring me the kitty.
She's very angry.
We should have brought you in before.
I'm making the bed and she's really cross with
Oh,
me.
we should have brought you in before at stalling time, shouldn't we? Yes, we should. Oh, who's the most gorgeous kitty?
She's going to claw your eyes out in a minute.
This is Persephone. She's the one who looks like the logo, sort of. Don't you? Yes, you do. Would you like to say something to the stream? Speak. Would you like to speak?
Meow.
That's not how we do. We show affection for our pets by holding them against our body, pressing them tight while they struggle for freedom. Oh, whispers are back up, are they? Nice. Right, I'm going to let this cat go. Megs is making the bed, so she had to be moved. Oh. Speak. You saying things.
She'll hiss in a minute.
You're going to hiss. We don't want you to hiss. All great. Right, I'll let you go then. I'll let you go. What a good cat. Anyway, right. Well, if whispers are back, and the chat is back, Persephone's Twitch bot, whisper, I still can't bring up whispers, but let me just try maximising the screen for a moment, and then going Persephone's Twitch bot and whisper. No. Well, I can't whisper, but I'm trusting you all can. Maybe. Have I got 95 viewers? What's going on? I don't think I have got 95 viewers, but if I have, welcome. Everyone refresh to get whispers. Right, let's try Shift F5 then. Shift F5. Holy cow, we really have got 95 viewers. Oh, and here are some whispers. Yes, whispers. Hurrah! Thank you to Lupine and Connor and Topper1 who have sent me whispers for testing purposes. Let's get Persephone's Twitch bot and go whisper. There she is. Hello, bot. I don't know why I'm doing that. Right, my viewer count's settling down now as well. Right, is everyone ready to carry on? Shall we see what happens? Because I've restarted the build as well on the assumption that I was thinking it was the build's fault. Let's carry on with the game. 29 players still alive. This is the question we got to. It's going to be the same questions before. The options may be in a different order. Right. 1, 2, 3, go. A, B, or C. Hopefully doing the time machine restore that I've done, how it turns out, completely unnecessarily. Oh yeah, in before my internet dies. Hopefully that won't have affected anything in the game. Let's find out. Get ready for question 6. Here we go. Mayonnaise. Ketchup. Mustard. Question is, which of these condiments is procured from seeds of the same name? Hooray! Few seconds left. Right. Time. Okay, breakpoint is 50%. Let's have a look and see what the correct answer was. Play must go on. The game must continue. It was C, mustard, the mustard seed. So, how many of you got that one wrong? If it's 50% or more, then we are going into Purge number 2. Start the meter! 17% incorrect. I did say the answers would be in the same order. 3 abstentions there. Nobody going for mayonnaise, 2 people going for ketchup, possibly by accident, 83% going for C, mustard. You have avoided a purge. Very well played. Let's go on to the next question. And now we are at a new point in the game. We haven't seen this question before, and hopefully everything will be fine and carry on as normal. Fingers on buzzers. Question number 7. Options are Tango, Foxtrot, Waltz. Which of these dances is not part of the NATO phonetic alphabet? I fear we may have lost Mogra from the game. Maybe not. We'll see. Let's have a look. The correct answer was C, waltz. The waltz, yes, is not in the NATO phonetic alphabet. F for Foxtrot, or Foxtrot for F, and Tango A. Welcome to the stream, Dwagonite. Unfortunately, this game's already started, so you can't join this one. However, if you stick around, welcome new people. If you stick around, we will be playing another game called DangerZone in probably about 40 minutes time. So do stick around and you will be able to join in that one. Right, 40% is the breakpoint. If 40% or more got it wrong, we're going to a Purge. Let's find out. Start the meter. And hang on, what, did anyone else get a double loop there? Was something just unmuted? Where did that echo come from? That was very strange. It didn't sound like it came through the game. Oh, it was follow alert! What? That's a follow. I forgot that my follow alerts are now the Purge sound. That gave me a problem. Thank you very much for the follow. I can't see because the stream manager has died. Let me reload that. Yes, hurry up and load my activity. Dwagonite, thank you very much for the follow. That was perfect timing, Dragonite. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the game. And yeah, do stick around. We'll be playing DangerZone in a little while, which is open hunting season for everybody. Waltz, most people given the correct answer there. 26-90% given the correct answer. 1 abstention and 2 people going for Foxtrot. Let's go to the next question. I'm going to drop that breakpoint again down to 30%. 30% or more getting this one wrong will result in triggering a Purge. Question number 8. 3 options. Here they are. Support. Defense. Attack. Question is, before Overwatch reclassified all of the characters, what role did Junkrat have? Thank you very much, the insignificant bastard, for the host. So, an Overwatch question. Do we know our video games? I certainly wouldn't have known this one. Correct answer was defense. Proves no idea what we're on about. If you've got this one right, then well done. If you haven't, you're risking a Purge. 30% is the breakpoint. If 30% or more get this one wrong, then we are going into Purge number 2. Let's have a look. Start the meter. So 30% is what we're trying to avoid. We are halfway there. At least half of the tally to 30% are wrong. We're into the last 10%. It is still climbing. It is slowing down. And we've hit it. 55% were incorrect. Thus triggering Purge number 2. If you got it right, you have avoided this Purge. If you got it wrong or you abstained, 2 abstentions are going to be going into the Purge. Thank you very much for the host, DC Simmons. Sorry, David. I'll call you DC Simmons. I know you as David now. 8 people going for support, 6 going for attack, 2 abstentions, 13 given the correct answer, so just shy of half the remaining players. Let's have a look. Who's going to be in this Purge? Lupine, JY, Apodo, Holger, Kira, Matt, Puzzle Dan, Cetra, Connor, Innis, M3, Cola Procyon, Mogra, Lingo, and ABNE. You are all in this Purge. A reminder that the Purge questions are not multiple choice. You must whisper a full answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. So, Things on buzzers, you've got 20 seconds to do it. If you get this one right, you're still in the game. If you get it wrong, you are immediately purged and eliminated. Good luck. Have a look. Here's the second purge question. Third man, silly mid-on and fine leg are all fielding positions in which sport? Ten seconds. Mogra has got an answer in. Mogra is not AFK. It does look like everybody has got an answer in. How many of you got it right, though? The correct answer was cricket. A few wrong answers there. Jay White going for Quidditch. Kira's gone for polo. Cetra's gone for baseball. Connor's gone for softball. Lingo going for Calvin ball. Unfortunately, those 5 are all correct answers. Everybody else giving me the correct answer has survived that purge and will get to carry on with the game. But unfortunately, Jay White, Kira, Cetra, Connor, Lingo, you failed to answer that question correctly. And as a result, you have been purged. 2 purge questions down, potentially 3 more to see before we get to go to the final. We're down to 24 players. We start at 32. We're down to 24. Question number 9. There are still 3 options. The purge meter has reset to 60%. That's a mistake. It should have reset to 70%. So that's a small bug in the time machine. That should be 70%. But that is not a game-killing bug, is my opinion. That should be 70%. I don't want to mess with it here, but that's something I need to make a note of and fix. So the breakpoint is going to be 60% rather than 70%, and play must go on. So, question number 9. 3 options, A, B or C. Thank you for the follow, Lamar1212. Welcome to the stream. Do stick around. We're playing DangerZone in a little while where you'll be able to come and join in. Have a look at question number 9. Options are the Iron Maiden, the Chokey, the Room. In Matilda, what is the name of the place Miss Trunchbull locks badly behaving children? So most of us got an answer into that one. Correct answer was B, the Chokey. The Chokey is the right answer. So the breakpoint is 60%. If 60% or more got this one wrong, then we are going into purge number 3 very soon after purge number 2. It is a good film. Let's have a look and see how many people got this one wrong. Start the meter. Well, it wasn't a clean board. Looking to avoid... Yeah, Tommy was so voting for C. Well, it's quite a healthy number actually getting it wrong. We're over halfway towards 60% and we're still climbing. And we've stopped 46%. Slightly taken aback by how many people got that one wrong. Just the one abstention. 7 people going for Tommy Wiseau's The Room. 3 people going for the Iron Maiden. 13 people going for the correct answer there, the Chokey. Well done. If you got that one right, you've saved everyone else from potential purge. Let's go on to the next question. Question 10. Breakpoint drops to 50%. 3 options here, A, B or C. This is the last one where there are 3 options. After this, it goes up to 4. Have a look at the options for question number 10. Charlotte, Anne, Emily. Which of the Bronte sisters only wrote 1 novel? And that's time. Not everyone getting an answer in, but the majority of people did. Correct answer was Emily Bronte. And Emily Bronte wrote, dear?
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights. I thought it was that, but I wanted to check because Mrs. Flush knows these things. Procyon lost 100,000 on this question in a Jeopardy game in the server. That is a big oof moment, Procyon. Are you going to throw us into a purge on this question? 50% is the break point. The break point should technically be 60%, but time machine, that's my bad. Let's find out. Start the meter. So if half or more of you get this one wrong, then we are going into purge number 3. And if we're going to purge number 3, that could be dangerous. Well, we are over halfway towards that target of 50%. And we are still climbing. We're getting close. And we've breached it. Wow, 67. So even if it were 60%, we'd still be going into a purge with 2/3 of players getting that one wrong. 10 people going for the wrong answer. Charlotte, 1 abstention there. 5 people going for Anne. Only 8 players going for Emily. So 8 players will sit out this purge, and everyone else all 16 remaining players will go into it. Heathcliff, it's me, it's Kathy. Yeah, that's the one. Let's find out who is going into Purge number 3. Lupine, Clive, Apodo, Holger, Wheelight, Shakes, Pum and Ben, Matt the Ref, Puzzle Dan, Tone Strike, Naked Grandma, David, Cola, Kegler Coach, Ape, Dogfish and ABME, Samster, Procyon, Drew, Dave, Tom, Brian, Mogra, Proves, Innis and M3 Times. Sit back and relax just for a minute. Third Purge coming in. Remember, full answer required. You must get it right in order to survive the game. Good luck. Take a look at this. In the indie game Hades, which Greek god can you not meet before you reach the surface? Ten seconds. Proves and smell carnage on the air. Needs a few answers still to come in. Kegler Coach, there we go. Answer from everybody. How many got it right? It's a Greek god, so you might even be able to have something of a stab in the dark. Pum and Ben is preempting what's going to happen here. Let's have a look. The correct answer was Demeter. And it's a complete bloodbath. Everyone in the Purge getting that one wrong. Absolute annihilation. We've got Hades, Persephone, Zeus, Apollo. Good God, no. Rip me, Apollo, Hades, Zeus, Persephone, Zeus, Gaia. Well, it's in the library, but not played. See you all later. And Zeus. That is a bloodbath of a Purge. And we're going to be down to just 8 players. Unfortunately, Lupine, Clive, Apodo, Holger, Wheelight, Shapes, Pum and Ben, Matt the Ref, Puzzle Dan, Time Strike, Naked Grandma, David, Cola, Kegler, 8 Minky, Dogfish, and ABME. You've all failed to answer that question correctly, and that means, I'm afraid, you've been purged. Just 8 players survive. The breakpoint resets to 70%. The David Bodycam incident all over again. Well, there are 8 players left. We are not shortcutting to the final yet. We've potentially got 2 more Purges. That was Purge number 3. Potentially 2 more Purges or 10 more real-time game questions. Now, 4 options per question. And if you are eliminated, please do stick around because, of course, we are going to be playing DangerZone in about half an hour's time. So, 4 options, A, B, C, or D. The breakpoint is now 70%, but with only 8 of you, every wrong answer is going to be massive. Take a look at question 11. Options are Porthos, Athos, Aramis, D'Artagnan. In Stranger Things, Dustin names an infant demodog after which Three Musketeers character? Everyone locked in, and that's time. We'll see Stranger Things. The correct answer was D, D'Artagnan, which, if you get these 4 options as the question, the answer is almost always D'Artagnan. Muskehounds, you'd think. No, they were called Demodogs. So, 70% is the break point. If 70% or more get this one wrong, then we are going into Purge number 4. Let's find out what happens. Start the meter. Well, we are climbing. And we are over halfway towards 70%. We're now over halfway of all the players in the game getting it wrong. So more than half of the players got this one wrong. Are we going to hit 70%? We're still going. We're still going. And there we have it. 75% were incorrect on that question. Which means 6 players are going into this Purge and only 2 are sitting this one out. And Sam's saying that's the first question he's got wrong all day. Well, how many others are going to be joining Samster in this Purge? Let's find out. Brian's in it. Innes is not in it. M3 Times is in it. Samster's in it. Procyon is not in it. Drew, Dave, Tom, Mogra and Prugs. Remember, you've got to get this question correct, and there's only one more Purge after this, but then we go to the final Purge, irrespective of where we're at. Innes and Procyon, take a step back for a minute. Oh, excuse me. Everybody else, full answers required to the bot. Here comes Purge question number 4. In the Great Train Robbery of 1963, where was the train's final destination? Yes, everyone answered. Because there are only 2 people not in this Purge, it means, and there are 6 people in it, if 3 or more players get it wrong, then we're going to a final. 3 or more get it wrong, we're going straight to the final, and we won't have the rest of the questions or the final Purge question, which means Shadowmane might be able to repurpose them for a future game. Correct answer was London. And look at this, Mogra's gone for Edinburgh, M3 has gone for Orient Express, Brian has gone for Venice, Pruge, Drew, Dave, Tom and Samster all giving the correct answer. Which means that we are having a shortcut to the final purge. There are only 5 players left. Very many congratulations. We are through to the final. Unfortunately, Brian, M3 times and Mogra, that's not the correct answer. And I'm afraid it means you have been purged. So it is time for the final purge. Samster, Procyon, Drew, Dave, Tom, Prugs and Innis, you have all survived to this point. Scores 10, 10, 5, 9 and 7 respectively, for what it's worth. Not sure it's time to a final level. We got to a final after 2 questions on the second game. Thanks to it was a question pack that was perhaps more difficult than we'd been anticipated. But it is early. It is an early finish. Only 11 questions in the main game, which means Shadow's questions may yet live to see another day. Dragonite, it's an original game show concept. Basically, it's a hive mind. The more people get it right, the less chance I have of the purge. And then when we get down to 5 or fewer players, yes, you put your answers into the Persephone's Twitch bot. It's the same one that's asking all the questions. I'll explain when we get to Danger Zone. We'll explain it there. So, Samster, Procyon, Drew, Dave, Tom, Prugs, and Innis. It's time for the final purge. All but 5 players have been purged, but only one of you can emerge as the champion. So, Samster, it looks like you're in the lead at this point due to the tiebreaker. So you're going to have the choice of whether you go first or last. Samster's currently in the lead, therefore decide whether they play first or last. Whisper F or L now, Samster, if you wouldn't mind. First or last? Samster's chosen to go first, and therefore questions will be asked in descending order, starting with Samster. So Samster, you've got the first choice of the question. How this works, Samster, if you get it right... sorry, let me... take a step back. You'll be shown half a question. Based on that half a question, you have to decide whether you're going to play or pass. If you play and get it right, then you get to pick another player to eliminate. If you pass and they get it wrong, that player is eliminated. If you play and you get it wrong, then you knock yourself out. If you nominate somebody else and they get it right, then you are knocked out. And you have to decide all this based on half a question. If you're going to play, just type play. If you're going to nominate somebody else, then you must tell me in the chat who you are going to nominate. I'm hoping all my player names are actually still here. It looks like they are, which is good. So if you're going to pass the question, tell me, just whisper when you whisper, pass to person X. So, Samster, as we said, decide whether you want to answer this question or nominate somebody else. And remember that if you want to nominate somebody else, then you must tell me who. It's not... As long as it's a rough idea, it doesn't have to be spelled because I do it manually. It doesn't have to be spelled correctly. But here's your half question. Which Jim Henson movie? Play or pass? Samster is choosing to play this question, so let's focus on Samster. And Samster, this question is for you. Okay, Samster, you'll get the question in full. You get it right, you get to choose someone to knock out, get it wrong, and you knock yourself out. Here's your question. Which Jim Henson movie had a prequel series on Netflix subtitled Age of Resistance? I can see you jumping up and down, Mrs. Frost, because I know you know the answer to this. Saying Dark Crystal. Is that the correct answer? Tis the Dark Crystal. Very well done, Samster. You have survived. You now get to choose a player to knock out when prompted by the bot. Tell me, who is going to be facing your wrath? That's the correct answer. Who are you going to purge, Samster? Who's it going to be? Yep, tension indeed. Going to get an answer? It's going to be Procyon. Procyon, your reputation precedes you, my friend. But unfortunately, yes, Samster has chosen to yeet you out of the game. And so, Procyon, I'm afraid you have been purged. Sorry. Oh, it's brutal, this part of the game. Prugs, gameplay moves on to you. Same format. Play or pass based on half a question. And again, if you are going to nominate somebody, you must tell me when you whisper to say pass, who you're going to nominate. So if you want to pass to Samster, say pass Samster, or pass Drew Dave Tom. Up to you. Here's your half a question. Who was Bill Clinton referring to? Play or pass, Prugs? Pass. Prugs is passing this question and is nominating Innisk. So Innis C, you've been nominated for this question. If you get it right, you're not Prugs out. If you get it wrong, you're out yourself. Innis, this question is for you. So you've seen the half a question. Here's the question in full. Innes, whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. Good luck. Here's the question in full. Who was Bill Clinton referring to during his famous "I did not have sexual relations with that woman" speech? Innes is saying Monica Lewinsky, Hillary. Innes is saying Monica Lewinsky. The correct answer was indeed Monica Lewinsky. Very well done. Innes, that is the correct answer. Prugs, that was a bad pass. You've had a lovely day. But unfortunately, Innes has got it right. And I'm afraid, Prugs, you've been purged. Play now passes on to Innes. So, Innes, you just had a question, but now the choice is yours as to whether or not you're going to play or pass it. Remember, if you're going to pass, you need to tell me whether you're going to pass to Samster or to Drew Dave Tom. And then you get a choice of what's going to happen at the end. Bear in mind, Drew Dave Tom is scheduled to come after you. Here's half a question. Known for being the last of their kind... Play or pass, Innes? Innes is going to play this question. So, there's a big noise. Thank you for the host, Bill Kiasko. Welcome to the stream. Innes is choosing to play this question. So, Innes, for the second time in a row, this question is for you. So, very best of luck. Here is that question in full. Known for being the last of their kind, what group of supernatural entities are video game characters Bayonetta and Jean associated with? Is that Jean or Gian, maybe? This wasn't a good decision. Vampires? Good a guess as any. Let's have a look. Is the answer vampires? No, I'm afraid they're Umbra witches, or witches. I would have accepted witches as a correct answer. Good a guess as any, but unfortunately, vampires, not the correct answer. So I'm afraid, Innes, you failed to answer that question correctly, and it does mean you've been purged. Gameplay comes on to Drew Dave Tom. Drew Dave Tom, if you want to pass this one, you don't need to tell me pass to Samster, but you do need to tell me either play or pass one way or the other based on half a question. Drew Dave Tom. Decide whether you want to answer this question or nominate somebody else. It will say you need to tell me who you're going to nominate. You don't actually need to do that. But the final question of the Purge this week. Half a question, Drew Dave Tom. In mathematics, a proposition without proof or demonstration... Drew Dave Tom not wasting any time here in passing this question over to Samster. So Samster, for the second time in the final, this question is for you. So you've seen the half a question, Samster. Here it is in full. In mathematics, a proposition without proof or demonstration but considered self-evident and universally accepted also shares its name with what starship in the Disney movie WALL-E? I don't know, man. Maybe a theorem? Frost is saying that's a nice question to go out on. Samster going with theorem. Seems like it could be the right answer, so certainly a good a guess as any. Is it the right answer? No, it's an axiom. An axiom. A proof or demonstration but considered self-evident and universally accepted is an axiom. Bad luck there, Samster. It was passed. It was a good pass. You've not answered it correctly, and I'm afraid...
It's literally going red in there. I was like...
Megs knew that. Was that because of the WALL-E or the mathematics?
Oh, the WALL-E.
Oh, because of the WALL-E. Bad luck, Samster. You failed to answer it correctly, and I'm afraid you've been purged. Which means, without answering a single question in the final, and getting only 7 right in the opening game out of 11, the winner of the Purge this week, very many congratulations to Drew Dave Tom. Well, very many congratulations. You have played a blinder here, Drew Dave Tom. Sitting quietly on the end, letting luckiest contestant sitting quietly on the end, but you will get your name forever immortalised in the Persephone's Shared Discord Hall of Fame, which if you're not a member of, you can go and join right there. Do come and hang out with us. It'd be lovely to see you. So, Drew Dave Tom, you have survived the Purge. Very, very well done. Yeah, sorry, there was a bit of a weird interlude in the middle, but it is 9:30 now, and so it's a slightly shorter game than perhaps we normally have. But very, very grateful to Shadowmane for writing this question pack. I hope you have enjoyed the question pack. I thought it was a really good effort from Shadowmane, so very grateful to him for providing it. Yes, I'm in the UK, Dwagonite, very much in the UK. So that is the end of the Purge. But don't go away, because after the break, which isn't really going to be a break, it's going to be the credits and the time it takes me to get another glass of wine, we are going to be playing DangerZone 2. Hooray! DangerZone 2. And it is going to be a 2020 New Year special where we are going to look back on everything that happened. Well, maybe not everything, but lots of the things that happened in 2020 and see how much you were paying attention. So sit tight, don't go away. Congratulations. Excuse me. Congratulations to Drew, Dave, Tom. You have survived the Purge. Excuse me. Welcome to DangerZone. Congratulations to Drew, Dave, Tom there on winning the Purge. Your name will be forever immortalised in the Hall of Fame. That's number one. Wrong thing. That is a running gag though here, Dragonite. So you're in good company. Is my impression that I get here. We're going to play DangerZone. I need to turn on the webcam. Oh, where is the webcam? Does this game have a built-in webcam? Where's my webcam? Activate. Deactivate. Activate. Okay. Okay, well, let's turn it off again a minute. Has this game got a built-in webcam? I don't think it has. Give me a sec. No, it's got main camera. Why's my webcam not working? Normally the only reason it does that is when there's a thing. Let me try turning it off and on again. That normally fixes things. Oh, hang on a minute. I was just about to say, is the Purge still open? Yes, it is. I was just thinking that's exactly what it is. The Purge is still running. Right, let me try that again. There we go. Boom. Yeah, so I left the Purge running. To purge the Purge! I'm here now, yeah. Yeah, the explosions are slightly more in time with the music now. Still not quite right. More flying, yeah, more dynamic flying letters. Right, welcome to Danger Zone 2. Oh, I've got a little frog in my throat now. Welcome to Danger Zone 2, and it's all about 2020. This pack has been written by me and proofed by 8Minky. So 8Minky has foregone the opportunity to do the panda again, but he is sitting this one out because he has proofed it, and he's been a great asset. He proofed it very, very thoroughly. Went back and made a few changes afterwards. So if you've not played before, it's very straightforward. It's A, B, C or D all the way through. There's a couple of extra lifelines which I'll explain along the way. The salient point of the game is to stay out of the danger zone. I am going to have a stat bot in a little while coming to chat about stuff that's going on in the game. But for now, you'll need to join the game. So if you want to play, type in the code. Zism. Zism. ZYHSM. Zism. Once you're in, you'll see your name populate in the active players over on the left hand side there, and you'll see that little red line. That is the cut-off point after which the danger zone, that's the bit you don't want to be in, the danger zone. What's 8 in this game? 8 isn't in this game because 8 proved it. Zism. First time playing. Oh, you'll love it M3 times. Maybe. So, Danger Zone, there are 5 rounds of 5 questions. You get more points the faster you answer. So if, say, there were 30 players in the game, the first person to answer correctly will get 30 points. The next player to answer correctly will get 29, and then 28, and so on. If you get it wrong, you don't get any points. At the end of the 5 questions for the round, the players who are in the danger zone are eliminated from the game and go over to the boneyard on the right. You can continue to play from the boneyard, but you're only playing for questions correct. So get it right and you get to continue. Stay out of the danger zone and you get to continue. Doesn't matter how many times you go in the danger zone, as long as you're not in there at the end of the round. That is the main thing. Along the way, you've got a couple of helps to help you out. You've got a multiplier and you've got a nerf. The multiplier will double the points you get for that round. You've only got 1. Once you've used it, it is gone. So it will double the points. So this can be used to either play on a round you're going to do well on to try and finish top, because if you finish first, second or third, you get some bonus points. Or it could be used on a round that you think you're not going to do well on. You may be only going to get 1 or 2, and you might want to multiply to save yourself from going out to get that little boost if you are going to get them right. If you're going to get a lot of them wrong, but only a couple of them right, I mean. You can also nerf a question, and if you nerf a question, you basically get rid of that question and you get a flat rate of 50% of the number of players in the current round. So if you were to nerf in round 1, you would get a flat rate of 15 points if there are 30 players in the game. Yeah, you don't get that doubled. So if you're playing a multiplier and you nerf, you still only get that flat rate. And again, you've only got 1 nerf for the whole game, not per round, 1 nerf per entire game. And it's M to multiply, or 3 exclamation marks, as Matt is explaining in the chat just there. And you play that at the start of the round when the round is sort of announced, the category. You'll get a category for the round to give you a bit of an idea. It's all to do with 2020, but the categories for the round might be a little bit slightly more cryptic. And to nerf a question, instead of typing A, B, C or D on the question, you just type N. So M for multiply, N for nerf, and watch out for people. You still not played Danger Zone 2, Elias? Come in immediately. I insist. Yeah, so nerfing the question will sort of get rid of it, but again, you've only got 1. Because Panda didn't proof this pack. Panda proofed the Purge, but not the Danger Zone ones. So we've got a panda in, after whom we get the panda, from whom we name the panda. So in this game, you don't have to whisper your answer to Persephone's Twitch bot. You can type them in public chat if you like. My preference, is still to Persephone's Twitch bot rather than to public chat, because it anonymizes your answers. Hang on, how have we got 31 players in the game but only 30 viewers? Is Twitch doing a Twitch again? I think it probably is. I was going to ignore that. Yeah. Problem is it ends up messing with the analytics. Although we had 97 earlier on, so it'll probably end up balancing itself out. Yeah, that's about all there is to it. You only need to type the letter A, B, C or D. You get 15 seconds for each question. And if the question is in the chat, the question is live and the bot will tell you when time's up. So if you're watching with a little bit of latency, don't necessarily rely on what's happening on the screen. Keep your eye on the question in chat, because once the question is in the chat, the question's live. So that's about the long and short of it. The Danger Zone will change sizes to accommodate the number of people who are in it, so it will go up potentially to have more than what we've got, 6 at the moment, and some of the earlier rounds might have fewer than 6 people because we need to end up with 6 people in the final. So just keep an eye on what's going on. I'll give you another 10 seconds to join if you want to come play. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lock it up. So the lobby has been locked and 31 players have entered the arena. The standard Danger Zone size is 7, but to keep a 6-player final, the first 3 rounds will have a Danger Zone size of 6. Incidentally, your helps, your multiplier and your nerf, you must use them before you get to round 5. You cannot use them in round 5. If you go all the way to round 5 without using your multiplier, then that is what we call doing the panda. So an in-joke from Danger Zone 1, because Panda was the first person to do that. Panda, who's playing Danger Zone 2 for the first time tonight. If you go all the way to the end of the round without using that multiplier, it's called doing the panda. If you then go on to win, you end up with a little emoji by your name in the Hall of Fame as well. So just a little couple of little running gags there. So the Danger Zone size is 6, which means we will be losing 6 players at the end of the first 3 rounds, and then 7 at the end of the 4th round, leaving 6 in the final. Hopefully that adds up about right. Looks like it does to me. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it does. 6 players in the final. So the year that shall not be named. The last time we're going to talk about it, probably. I promise. Probably. It's all about 2020 and a different aspect of 2020 in each one. So this first round, if you want to play your multiplier, remember if you finish 1st, 2nd or 3rd of the round, you get some bonus points going into the next run, and everyone else's scores are reset. If you're in the Danger Zone, then you are eliminated at the end of the round. There are 5 questions, 31 points per question, so technically 62 points if you play your multiplier per question available, which is a very healthy score. But let's find out what the first category is going to be. M to multiply if you want to play it on this. Gone but not forgotten. Brian, Bilky and Cola have activated multipliers. Anyone else going to? Just the 3, Brian, Bilkiasco and Cola activated their multipliers. They will get double points for this round. This is a sort of typing F to pay respect sort of round. This round is going to focus on beloved celebrities that we lost in 2020. I thought, rather than just saying which celebrity died here, this is more of a celebration of what they stood for and what they did in their lives. So I'm not going to make it 2 more, but I want to try and sort of keep happy memories alive, because 2020 was not a good year for losing national and international treasures. It is kind of media focused. It's a little bit media heavy, not exclusively, but say that is entirely by accident the direction it ended up going. On 8 Minky's advice, I actually changed one of the questions so it wasn't exclusively film and TV. But yeah. So, Gone But Not Forgotten is the first round, celebrating the people that we lost in 2020. Good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play Danger Zone. So, A, B, C or D, or N if you want to nerf it. Here comes your first question. Chadwick Boseman, who died in August, was perhaps best known for portraying which Marvel character? A, Black Panther, B, Iron Man, C, Captain America, or D, Thor? And everyone has locked in an answer there. And absolutely everybody getting it correct as well. Yeah, too many good humans gone. And I didn't actually see this film until after found out about Chadwick Boseman. But yes, everybody getting this one right. Who was fastest? Let's have a little look. Clive was fastest, followed by Procyon, then Sapster. Matt was 4th, and Bilkiasco was 5th. With that multiplier for Bilkiasco, that's going to be big points. Not much else to talk about there. The correct answer was A, Black Panther. I don't think anyone chose to use their nerf there. No, everyone's nerf is still intact. Bill Kiasko in the lead with 54, Clive with 31, Procyon with 30. Down in the danger zone at the moment through no fault of their own. They were all correct, just the slowest of the lot. Prugs on 7, Connor's got 6, Necker Grammar on 5, Mogra on 3, Coolio on 2, and Useless Noisemaker on 1. Trying to think how that happened, and it's because Cola's got a multiplier active, so his 4 doubled up to 8. 5 questions per round, Prugs. So, 100% start. Very well played. Let's go on to question number 2. Okay, take a look at this. This legendary game show host sadly passed away in November at the age of 80. A, who is Regis Philbin? B, who is Alex Trebek? C, who is Jeremy Clarkson? D, who is Chris Tarrant? Not everybody getting this one right this time, and there were a couple of those names who we sadly did lose in 2020, Regis Philbin and Alex Trebek. A little bit of an inversion on the question there, I thought, to honour the memory of this person who hosted Jeopardy for so many years. Let's have a look. Procyon was fastest, followed by Samster. ABME was 3rd, Innis 4th, and Pum and Ben 5th. No one's still using their nerfs, but a handful of players getting it wrong. Bilky, Clive, Gruff, M3, Puzzled and Cola, Connor and Mogra. Correct answer there was, who is Alex Trebek, the host of Jeopardy, who died at the age of 80 earlier this year, a little while after Regis Philbin, who hosted Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, among other things. Down in the danger zone, Coolio and Useless Noisemaker both on 12, Puzzled Dan's got 11, Cola's got 8, Connor's got 6, Mogra's got 3, but you've got 3 more questions yet, and Cola, with that multiplier as well, could make all the difference. I'll read that later. Brian currently in the lead now with 64, thanks to that multiplier. Procyon's in 2nd with 61, Samson's in 3rd with 59. Bilky slipping down to 4th, but has again got that multiplier active. Let's go on to the next question, question 3. Multipliers are for the whole round, M3 times. Nerfs are just for a question. Which of these films did not star the late Sean Connery? Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, Never Say Never Again, Live and Let Die. So they're all Bond films, but one of them is not canonical, but did star Sean Connery. That one in question was Never Say Never Again, which was a non-canon Bond film, but did star Sean Connery. Not everyone getting this one right. Quite a few wrong answers in there. Who was fastest? Matt the Ref was fastest, followed by Prugs, then the Lupine one. Who was 4th? Elias was 4th, and then Apodo Nuevo 5th. We're seeing the first of the nerfs being used here. Coolio and Puzzled Dan nerfing this question for a flat rate of 15, because of course it rounds down if there's an odd number of players in the game. 15 points for them following that nerf. Correct answer there was Live and Let Die, which starred Roger Moore. It was the first film, I believe, to star Roger Moore. All the others starred Sean Connery as Bond. Bill Kiasko moving into the lead with 104. Apodo Nuevo is now in 2nd with 78. Matt and Innis in joint 3rd with 74. Down in the danger zone, we've got a dynamic danger zone here, extended danger zone, because we've got a tie between Grafalo and Mogra, both on 24. M3 times and AM in the PM, both on 23. Naked Grandma's on 14. Kira's on 12. Connor's on 6. 2 questions to change that around. We'll bring Matt in after this question to have a look at the statistics. But for now, let's go on to question number 4. And yeah, speaking of spies, which of these novels was not written by the espionage author Jean Le Carré, who died earlier this year? A, The Day of the Jackal. B, The Night Manager. C, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. D, The Tailor of Panama. Just out of time there, Dragonite. Bad luck. Trickier question here. Yes, John Le Carré, I think, died in September, October. But the only one I knew he did right. Yeah, that's not going to be right, Clive. Who was fastest here? Innisk was fastest, followed by Cola. Mogra was 3rd. That could do him well in getting out the danger zone. Prugs was 4th. Procyon was 5th. AM in the PM also getting this one right in the danger zone. That could really help because it was a very low scoring question. M3 times using a nerf here, as did Holgamate and Bill Kiasko. Going to get a flat rate of 15. The correct answer there, if you typed N in time, then it will count as half credit. Yes, but I don't think Dragonite got the answer in time. I think you were just late. Keep your eye on the chat. The bot will tell you when you're out of time, so it might be slightly it might be happening in the chat slightly ahead of on the screen, so keep your eye on the chat. The correct answer was A, the Day of the Jackal, which was written by someone else who I looked up earlier on and I've since forgotten, and someone in the chat is about to tell me. We've resolved that tie in the danger zone, but it's very tight. Jay White and Coolio are out of the danger zone. Forsyth, thank you, Procyon. Jay White and Coolio on 27, but only a point clear, but they are clear for now. In the danger zone, We Like Shapes and Puzzle Dan, both on 26. And actually, it is We Like Shapes' first appearance in the danger zone here. So he's going to want to change that. Puzzle Dan on 26. Grafalo's on 24. Naked Grandma now in the danger zone on 14. Kira's on 12. Connor's on 6. Up at the other end, Bill Kiaska's in the lead with 119. Coda's got 106. Innes has got 105. So, it's going to bring Matt in at this point if I undeafen myself in the server. Matt, what's your read of the board? Or maybe not. Because I haven't got Matt here. Because he's in the green room. Because he hasn't got mod privileges anymore. So he can't just let himself in. Good evening, Matt. What's your read of the board?
Good evening, Ben. Good evening, everybody. First, before I do the stat pot, a very warm welcome back to our friend AM in the PM99, who is back after a bit of a time off. So nice to have you back. In terms of who is safe and who is not, let's have a look. So everyone in the danger zone can still get out. 31 points left to play for. So
sorry, just a second, Matt. Sorry, just a second. I think I might need to turn you up slightly. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, that's my bad.
That's okay.
Start again.
Okay, so yeah, hello everyone. So yes, everyone in the danger zone is not out yet. So even Connor down there on 6 points. If he gets the maximum 31, could still get out. In terms of who is guaranteed safe, so 26, 31, 57. So Dwaggy Knight, a debutante this evening. The top 14 are guaranteed to be safe. It's 15 points for a nerf on this round, isn't it, Ben?
That's right, yeah.
It's 15, so 26 plus 41. So yeah, anyone who is I'm trying to do the maths here. So AM and PM, AVME, Mogra and Clive, you can guarantee passage through to round 2 by using your nerf if you have it available. In terms of who's had a perfect round, no one has. Oh no, sorry. No, go see the correct.
There's a few people with 4 out of 4. Innes and Prugs have both got 4 out of 4 so far.
Yeah, but Prugs has had 1 danger zone appearance, so Innes is the one who's had the perfect game, or near enough the perfect game so far. 4 out of 4 and no danger zone appearances. As for danger zone appearances, unfortunately, Isha's Noisemaker and Connor have been in the danger zone since the start. Can they pull off the Great Escape and get into round 2? Over to you, Ben. Let's find out.
Thank you very much, Matt. Okay, have a look at question number 5. Last chance to get out of the danger zone. If you're in here after this question, then you're out of the game. Good luck. Have a look at this. It's question 5. Which TV show had Caroline Flack never hosted at the time of her death in February this year? Love Island, Strictly Come Dancing, The X Factor, or Gladiators? Clive's just running out of time there. Yeah, splitting the room here. I thought this might be a tricky one. Caroline Flack, who died in February at the age of just 40. Quite a tragic story surrounding that one. But let's have a look who was fastest. Samster was first, followed by Matt. We Like Shapes was third. That could stand them in good stead to get out of the danger zone here. Lupi was fourth. DC Simmons was fifth. Quite a few nerfs being played on this question. ABME, AM in the PM, Pum and Ben, Naked Grandma all using their nerfs on this question. Is that going to be enough for Naked Grandma to push themselves out of the danger zone with Coolio, Jay White and Ben's J all getting it wrong? Possibly. We'll find out in just a minute. So, interesting question here. Love Island, Caroline Flack did host. The X Factor, she co-hosted. Gladiators, she co-hosted Series 2 of the Revival in 2009. And although she was a contestant on it, she never actually hosted Strictly Come Dancing. So the answer there was B, Strictly Come Dancing. Naked Grandma, even with that nerf, unfortunately not quite enough to push you out of the danger zone. We have got a standard danger zone size of 6, and Ben's J, you have just avoided it by 2 points. Very sad times for Jay White, who's in the danger zone for the first time, but that one time in the danger zone is enough, I'm afraid, to knock you out of the game, because it is question number 5. Up at the other end, Kola finishes the round in first place with 150 points, Innes in second with 126, and Bilkiasko in third with 119. You will get boosts that are sort of graded boosts appropriate to the number of players in the game. I can't tell you exactly what they'll be until we get there, but first, second and third you'll get boosts, and you'll go through to round 2. Everyone else's score will be reset to 0 and they will join you there, and that includes Samster, Matt the Ref, Holgamate, the Lupine One, Procyon, DC Simmons, Prugs, Apodo Nuevo, Elias the Panda, ABME, Brian, AM and the PM, M3 Times, Top 1 Gaming, Dwagonite, Clive the Legend, We Like Shakes, Mogra, Pum and Ben, Puzzle Dan, Serial Quizzer, and by the skin of his teeth, Ben's J. Congratulations, you're through to round 2. We'll see you there. However, Naked Grandma, Jay White, Coolio, Grafalo, Useless Noisemaker, and Connor, I'm afraid it's an early exit for you 6. It is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Feel free to continue playing from the Boneyard. Your questions will still count, that you answer the question count, and you can still be king or queen of the Boneyard. But you lose your help. So if you didn't use your nerf or your multiplier, you have now lost them. But you can still go for questions correct. Everybody else's points are going to reset to 0. We've had 3 multipliers used: Kola, Bilkiasko, and Brian. But everyone else has still got open hunting season on if you want to use your multiplier on round 2. And round 2 is social media. Maps activated. Holgamate has activated. Puzzle Dan has activated. M3 Times has activated. Innes has activated. Topper 1 has activated. And a couple of late ones there, so 8 in total. Innes, Matt, Holgamate, ABME, AM in the PM, M3 Times, Topper 1 Gaming, and Puzzle Dan all activating multipliers. Kola wants another multiplier. Pum and Ben is saying goodnight already. Let's find out what happens. 8 multipliers activated, so you'll get double points for this round. Again, bottom 6 will be eliminated after 5 questions. This is looking at all the biggest social media stories of 2020. It's round 2, it's social media. Fingers on buzzers. Let's play Danger Zone. Question 1. In November, who overtook Sir David Attenborough as the fastest person to reach 1 million Instagram followers? A. Daniel Radcliffe, B. Emma Watson, C. Matthew Lewis, D. Rupert Grint. Again, just out of time there, Dwagonite. Do keep an eye on the chat. A lot of people getting this one right. Not everyone by any stretch. Who was fastest here? Matt the Ref, followed by Lupine. Then We Like Shapes. Bilkiasko was 4th, and Topper 1 Gaming was 5th. Quite a few other people getting it right. No nerfs being used on this question. But yeah, some good points being given out there. The correct answer was D, Rupert Grint. So there's that dynamic danger zone in action with 10 people getting the wrong answer. Pum and Ben, Puzzle Dan, ABME, M3 Times, Brian, Prugs, Holgamate, Samster, Dwagonite, and Ben's J. All on the wrong answer, all thrown into the danger zone. But of course, we can only lose 6, we won't lose 10. Matt the Ref is in the lead with 50, Topper 1's in second with 42, Bill Kiasko's in third with 28. On we go, question number 2. Which of these is not a verbatim tweet from President Trump regarding the 2020 election? A. Stop the count. B. I won this election by a lot. C. We have won in Pennsylvania. D. I will be making a statement tonight. A big win. Okay, only 7 people, I think, getting this one right. 8 people getting this one right. Capital letters and everyone. 3 of those are verbatim tweets. 1 of them I made up. Who was fastest here? M3 Times, followed by Holgamate, followed by ABME, followed by the Lupine One, followed by Serial Quizzer. Again, no nerfs being used on this question. Yes, these tweets have been disputed. Most of them have, I think. 3 of those are genuine Trump tweets. 1 of them I made up. He definitely said stop the count, and it was just after the election result was called. He said, I won this election by a lot. On the night of the election, he said, I will be making a statement tonight, a big win. The one that he didn't say verbatim, he probably said something to this effect, but in terms of verbatim, the answer was C, we have won in Pennsylvania. So we're back down to a standard 6 in the danger zone. Pum and Ben, Brian, Prug, Samster, Puzzle Dan, and Ben's J still yet to score. Up at the top, Matt and M3 Times now tying it for first place on 50 each. Holgermate in second with 48. Lupine and ABME in joint third with 46. Thank you for that subscription, Dragonite. 5 emotes shared, and that is from Lupine. Lupine has gifted a sub to you. Thank you very much, Lupine, and welcome to the family, Dragonite. Lovely to have you with us. Do stick around. So that's question 2. We got 3 more on this social media round. On we go. Here's question number 3. Which Chinese company owns the social networking service TikTok that was banned in the USA this year? A. Huawei, B. Sina Weibo, C. Tencent Holdings Limited, D. ByteDance. I thought this might catch out more people, because I thought it was Huawei, and it's not. Lots of people actually getting this one right. Lupine was fastest, followed by Bill Kiasco. Ben's J was third. ABME was 4th, Innis was 5th. Cola and Prugs both using their nerf on this question, getting themselves a flat rate of 12 points. Quite a few people in the Boneyard getting this as well. Jay White looks like they're leading the Boneyard with 4 at the moment. Let's take a look. The correct answer was D, ByteDance. Even now, saying the answer, I thought it was Tencent Holdings. It's not, it's D, ByteDance. So well done if you got this. We've got a tie in the danger zone. Samster and Dwagonite now both on 19, tying up the top of the danger zone. Clive Legend just a point ahead on 20, but safe for now. David's on 15, Prugs is on 12, Puzzle Dan, Pum and Ben, and Brian still yet to score in this round. Up at the other end, ABME is in the lead on 90, Lupine's in second on 71, AM in the PM now in third on 58. Bear in mind, Puzzle Dan has got his multiplier active, though he's in the danger zone. All he needs is one question, and that could shoot him right the way towards the top end. Let's go on to question number 4. We'll bring Matt in for some stats after this. Here's question 4. Which singer lost over 100,000 Instagram followers after she posted a picture of boobs in December? A. Taylor Swift, B. Ariana Grande, C. Billie Eilish, D. Selena Gomez. The live players locked in there. Most people getting this one right as well. Who was fastest? Panda was fastest, followed by Clive Legend. Matt was third, Apodo Nuevo 4th, and David was 5th. A couple of nerfs being used here as well. Innis, We Like Shapes, Samster, Dwagonite, and Brian all using a nerf on this question. Get themselves a flat rate of 12 points. Most people getting the correct answer one way or another, which was C, Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, yes, and then she was a bit slightly scathing about it, and fair enough. I mean, if you, as I think my wife pointed out, she may have been reading a tweet to me, if you're still on Instagram and you were affronted by pictures of boobs, what are you doing on Instagram? Matt the Ref in the lead with 96, ABME in second with 90, M3 Times in third with 88. Down in the danger zone, Samster and Dwagonite, they are still tied, having, I think, both nerfed that question, 31 points each. That tie does need to be resolved after the next question. Procyon in the danger zone now on 29. Coda's got 24, Pum and Ben on 16, Prugs and Brian both on 12. Tis Procyon's first appearance in the danger zone. Matt, what's your read of the board at the moment?
Well, no one is mathematically out. However, Brian is going to need maximum points and hope that basically everyone above him doesn't score any points, or doesn't score any more to put it over DC Simmons 36.
Presumably so Prugs as well would need that.
Yes, Prugs as well. So yeah, 20 would need the absolute maximum, and no players in the danger zone have multipliers active from what I can remember. In terms of who is safe, 56 is the threshold, so the top 10 are safer. AM and the PN upwards, you are all safe and through to round 3. In terms of the nerfs, who could end up using their nerf and getting through to round 3? It's 12 points available for the nerfs, isn't it?
Yep,
Ben?
12 points for a nerf.
So 12 points. So who could do with they using their nerf to get themselves through? So, yeah. So, I'm just trying to do the maths. So, yeah, Clive, Holger, We Like, and Apodo. If you use your nerfs, you will mathematically guarantee yourself through to round 3. In terms of people at the top, yeah, good battle there. Some bloke in first, AVME and M3 times. Still a battle for the bonus points for round 3, but how are we doing in terms of correct answers and Danger Zone appearances?
We've got quite a few people who've yet to go into the Danger Zone, including that person at the top. No one has got 9 out of 9. The high score at the moment looks to be 7 from the Lupine one.
Yeah, 7 out of 9 from Lupine. In terms of the Boneyard, Jay White and Kira sharing the throne there on 4 correct answers each. Let's see which of our top 18. And actually, one thing I hadn't noticed, which I apologise for, we have a tie with a potential tiebreaker required to break the Danger Zone with Samster and Dwaggy Knight on 31 each and only 6 Danger Zone slots. We may need the tiebreaker.
May well do. I mean, they've both used their nerf, so if they both get it wrong, they can't both get the same score if they both get it right. But if they both get it wrong, then indeed that could be a tiebreaker situation. Let's find out what happens next. Thank you very much, Matt. Fingers on buzzers, everybody. Here comes question number 5. Barack Obama and Kanye West were amongst the victims of a hack of which social media platform in July? A. Instagram, B. Facebook, C. Twitter, D. Snapchat. Love the idea of Barack Obama using Snapchat. Everybody apart from Brian getting this one right, which means, Brian, your fate is going to be sealed here. Pum and Ben was fastest, quite low down in the Danger Zone. Whether it's going to be enough, we will find out in a minute. Bill Kiasko's second, followed by Samster in third. That could be quite handy, depending how many points behind DC and potentially Mogra you were there. ABME was fourth, Clive Legend was fifth, and Mogra deciding to use the nerf here to guarantee that safety into the next round. The correct answer, incidentally, was C, Twitter. And indeed, we haven't got a tie in the Danger Zone. We have got a clear resolution. Matt and ABME tying the top with 134. They will both get a maximum boost. M3 times in second with 110, and Top 1 Gaming with 108. You 4 players will get some boosts going into the next round. Everyone else who has survived: Bill Kiasko, Lupine, Holgamate, Innis, Serial Quizzer, AM and the PM, Elias, Podo Nuevo, Clive Legend, Puzzle Dan, Benz J, We Like Shapes, Samster, DC Simmons, and Mogra. You will have your scores reset to 0, and congratulations, you are through to round 3. However, down in the Danger Zone, only 2 appearances for Procyon, just maybe slightly fumbling it at the end there. Quite a few for all the others. Only 3 for Cola, but a number of appearances for other players. Dragonite, Pum and Ben, Procyon, Cola, Proves, and Brian. Unfortunately, it is the end of the round, and you are in the Danger Zone, which means we have to say goodbye. You're welcome, Dragonite. Well, I'm going to call you Dragonite because I feel like Jonathan Ross saying Dwagonite. But welcome to. It's been lovely to have you here. Feel free to carry on playing over in the Boneyard if you like. So that is the end of round 2. Well done if you survived. Procyon currently leading the Boneyard with 6 points. We're going to go into round 3. There are a few multipliers left to be played. Lupine, Serial Quizzer, Panda, Apodo, Clive, Benz J, We Like Shape, Samster, DC Simmons, and Mogra all yet to use their multipliers. Remember, you must use them before round 5 or you will lose them. If you want to use your multiplier on this next round for double points, the category is the elephant in the room. David and Ralph have activated. Mogra's activated. Just the 3. Mogra, DC Simmons, and Lupine have all activated their multipliers. So, the elephant in the room. We can't get through 2020 without mentioning the pandemic, and that is what this round is going to focus on. Hopefully it'll be... yeah. I'm not going to say anything else. I don't want to dwell too much on the pandemic, but... yes. Handful of players still to use their multipliers if they want to, unless, as it's being said in the chat, they're going to choose to panda. But yes, this round is all on the subject of the pandemic. Good luck. Round 3 is the elephant in the room. Let's play Danger Zone. Okay, here comes question number 1. In which Chinese province is Wuhan, the city in which COVID-19 was first identified in December 2019? Jiangsu, Guangdong, Sichuan, or Hubei? Forgive my pronunciation there. Quite a few people getting this one right, actually. Who was fastest? Innis was fastest, followed by Bilky, then Lupine for 3rd, ABME was 4th, and Apodo Nuevo was 5th. No nerfs being used on that question, but a handful of people getting it wrong. Correct answer was D, Hubei, Wuhan, Hubei. So, still got 6 people in the danger zone, which is the standard size. We Like Shapes, AM in the PM, Clive a Legend, Elias a Panda, Puzzle Dan, and Mogra. Some new names in there. Clive and Elias going in there for the first time. We Like Shapes and AM in the PM only for the second time. Up at the other end, Lupine's in the lead with 34. DC Simmons in second with 28. ABME in third with 25. On we go. Here's question number 2. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the confirmation. Question 2. Which of these celebrities did not announce that they had contracted the coronavirus in March? A. Idris Elba, B. Tom Hanks, C. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or D. Placido Domingo? Only a handful getting this one right. 6 in the main game. ABME, Apodo Nuevo, Benz J, M3 times, AM in the PM, and Puzzle Dan. M3 times being the fastest there, AM in the PM 2nd, ABME 3rd, Benz J with 4th, Apodo Nuevo 5th, and Puzzle Dan, the only other player to get that one right. Yeah, so they all announced coronavirus this year. They all announced that they contracted coronavirus this year. 3 of them were in March. The only one that wasn't announced it in September, that they had contracted it over the summer, and that person was C, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Ew, that text mesh, I thought I'd fixed that. So we have got 6 in the danger zone still, but there's only a point between Serial Quizzer and Samster. Serial Quizzer on 12 and out of the danger zone. Samster in the danger zone on 11. And even then, Holgamate on 13, Puzzle Dan on top 1 on 14. It is all very, very tight. Matt the Ref on 9, Clive, Elias, We Like Shapes and Mogra still yet to score in this round. Matt the Ref's first appearance in the danger zone here. No one yet got 10 questions right, but we've got a couple of players on 9, Lupine and Apodo Nuevo here. Yeah, so Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson announced it in September that he contracted it in over the summer, which is objectively not March. There are a couple of nerfs left to play here. Oh, no, not that button. Let's not press that button. So if you still got your nerf available, that's Lupine, DC Simmons. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. Lupine, Apodo Nuevo, DC Simmons, Benz J, Topper 1, Serial Quizzer, Matt, Clive, Elias, and We Like Shapes. And nerf at the moment would be worth 10 points? 9 points? 9 points. 9 points at the moment, which could be very, very useful. On we go then. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question number 3. Where did Dominic Cummings go for an eye test in May? A. Colworth House, B. Cork Abbey, C. Harlington Manor, D. Barnard Castle. Wrong chat window, Cola. That's the Discord. Cola's just typed an answer into the general chat of the Discord, which I think is quite amusing. Yes, eye test. This is a slightly tongue-in-cheek question. Most people getting this one right as well. Who was fastest? Panda was fastest, followed by Clive, both in the danger zone, so that could be good for them. Innis was 3rd, Topper 1 4th, DC Simmons 5th. No nerfs being used, just Holgamate, AM in the PM, M3 times, and Apodo Nuevo getting this one wrong. So this is the Prime Minister's former special advisor, who, despite us all being in lockdown, decided, just as it so happened to be the weekend of his wife's birthday, decided to drive 250 odd miles from London to somewhere north and then go to a beauty spot for the weekend, and he said he did it because he needed to test his eyesight to see if he was okay. Durham, thank you, Kira, to drive back to London. It was, as I think someone said, who was it who said they normalised stupidity? Lupine saying they normalised stupidity. They really did, and it was sort of the beginning of the end of faith in the lockdown. But yes, the answer, incidentally, where he went to was D, Barnard Castle. And it was, yeah, it was not a particularly happy moment in our governmental history. In the danger zone, still only a point between safety and not. Matt the Ref, Samster, Elias Apanda, well, Samster, Matt the Ref and Elias Apanda 21, 20 and 19, so all within a point of each other, and Elias within a point of both AM in the PM and Clive of Legend, and 2 points of Serial Quizzer, who are all in the danger zone on 18, 18 and 17 respectively. This is very, very tight with 2 questions to go. We Like Shapes, Holgamate, both on 13, Mogra on 12. Up the other end, Lupine and David are in the lead with 58. ABME's got 50. Innes has got 36. So not a huge amount in it at the top either, but of course the number of points available per question are going down and down as we get fewer and fewer players in each round. Still very much to play for. We'll bring Matt in after this question, but for now, here is question number 4. According to the BBC, who was the second person in the world to receive the COVID-19 vaccine? A. George Shaw, B. William Shakespeare, C. Arthur Miller, or D. Oscar Wilde? A lot of people getting this one right. So it was said, I think, when it was, I think it might have been Quizzy Dan on Twitter said that the person whose name I can't even remember, the first person, she's going to be a quiz answer forever now, but it's the second one has been the focus of this one. Bilky Asco was fastest, Innes was second, ABME third, Benj Fourth, Clive a Legend fifth. Again, no nerfs being used on this question. Yeah, so this person, they came from they say it wasn't the William Shakespeare, but it wasn't the William Shakespeare, but came from the same place, which I now can't remember. Where was William Shakespeare born? Babe, where was William Shakespeare born? Where was William Shakespeare born? Stratford. Thank you. Chats beat you to it. Yes, the second person in the world to receive the COVID-19 vaccine was William Shakespeare from Stratford. Yeah, Stratford upon Avon, second person in the world. According to the BBC, there may have been others, and presumably there were ones who had tests, but officially, and according to the BBC, is that why that clarification is there? N3 Times and We Like Shapes are still in the danger zone, and there is still only a point between them and Samster, and then only a point between Samster and Serial Quizzer, who are safe for now. And M3 and We Like Shapes are only a point ahead of Holgamate and Mogra, both on 24. Matt's on 20, AM in the PM on 18. David's in the lead with 74, ABME on 67 in second, Lupine's in third with 58. This looks like it's wide open still, Matt. What's your read?
My reading at the moment is I think I shouldn't have used my multiplier on the previous round.
Possibly.
In terms of, well, again, no one eliminated as yet, so everyone in the drop zone at the moment can still get out. In terms of those who are safe, top 6 guaranteed safe. Apoda Nuevo right on the line there. I think, yeah, just a point will get you safe. In terms of nerf, so 9 points we'd be looking at for a nerf. So
quite a few players with their nerf available at this point as well.
Yeah, so it's only top of one game in Apoda Nuevo. If they use their nerfs, they will guarantee themselves passage through to round 4. How are we doing in terms of correct answers and danger zone appearances?
Got a few in double figures now. David, Lupine, Innes, Apoda Nuevo, Serial Quizzer all leading with 10. Still a handful of people yet to get into the danger zone. Top of 1, Apoda Nuevo, Bill Kiasco, Innes and Lupine yet to go in.
5 players who are yet in the danger, so potentially in terms of looking forward to
leave round 5 for now. We're still in round 3. We'll leave that for later.
Sorry. And top of the boneyard, Colo and Prugs on 8 out of 14. Who will be the baker's dozen that we take through to round 4? Ben, over to you for question 5.
Thank you very much, Matt. So question 5, it is all very, very tight around that danger zone. Could go in any which direction, so good luck. Fingers on buzzers. Here is question number 5. A vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and which university was given approval for UK use this week? A. Cambridge, B. Edinburgh, C. University College London, or D. Oxford? Remember that nerf will get you 9 points if you want to use it at this point. Most players getting this one right as well. Who was fastest? Ben's J, followed by Bilky Asco, then the Lupine one. Matt the Ref was 4th, M3 Times was 5th. Again, no nerfs being used here. So, going to be interesting to see what this is going to do. I have a feeling we might even end up with some ties. We'll find out. The correct answer was the AstraZeneca Oxford vaccine. We don't have a tie, and it is so close, but that is how it ends for this round. DC Simmons out in front with 102 will get the maximum boost. Lupine will get a subsidiary boost with 92, and ABME in third, 79, will get that third boost. Congratulations, you three are through to round 4, along with Bill Kiasco, Benz J, Innis, Topper 1, Mogra, Apodo Nuevo, Elias, M3 times, Matt the Ref, and Serial Quizzer. Your scores will be reset to 0. Congratulations, we will see you in round 4, but very, very tight around the danger zone. 36, 35, 34, 33, 2 in and 2 out. Very, very close. Everyone who's in the danger zone has had substantial appearances. Clive and Holgamate with the minimum both on 4. Samster and We Like Shapes actually both on 9 questions correct out of 15, which is a very respectable score, but it's about speed in this game as well as about accuracy. So, Samster a former champion, Clive a former champion. I can't remember who the incumbent champion is. It might be 8 Minky, actually, who isn't in this game. But I know Samster has won very recently. Clive has won fairly recently. Both of them going out on this in this round. We Like Shapes, Clive a Legend, Puzzle Dan, Samster, Holgamate, AM in the PM. Sadly, it is the end of the round, and you are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. And off you go to the Boneyard. 4 people now with 9 points in the Boneyard. Cola, Samster, We Like Shapes, and Prugs. Currently leading, but 13 players remain to go into round 4. 4 of them have got multipliers left. Benz J, Apodo Nuevo, Elias the Panda, and Serial Quizzer. If you want to use your multiplier, M when the category shows, or 3 exclamation marks. Thanks, Samster. Happy New Year, mate. See you soon. And remember, quite a lot of you with those nerfs as well. If you want to play them tactically, it might be an idea to play a nerf if you're late answering, because you will get a guaranteed 6 points rather than 1 if everyone else gets it right. So some tactics that you've got to think about here if you want to play those nerfs on these questions. Last chance to use your multiplier though, and your nerfs, because of course you don't get them in round 5 if you get there. And the category for round 4 is... it's not all bad news. Two out of 4 multipliers activated. Apodo, Elias, are you going to go for the emojis? They are. Apodo Nuevo and Elias the Panda are choosing not to use their emojis. I wouldn't expect any less from Mr. Panda, since he coined the term. We've got 2 players potentially doing the Panda, and Ben Shea and Serial Quiz are playing it safe, just wanting to get to round 5. 6, 4 and 3 are the leads given to DC, Lupine and ABME. So it's not all bad news. This is celebrating some of the more cheerful and more positive stories that we saw in 2020. There are a few in the year. You may not have seen them, but there certainly were a few there. Good luck to you all. Only 6 of you will go on. We will lose just over half of you at the end of this round. Round 4, it's not all bad news. Let's play Danger Zone. Oh, well, there was Top 1 Gaming, and we're about to find out some of them. The World Health Organization announced in August that Africa was finally free of what disease? A. Tuberculosis, B. Polio, C. Rabies, or D. Smallpox? All of our active players have got an answer in. But not all of them were right. Lupine, Benz J, Topper 1, Mogra, Elias, Matt, and Serial Quizzer all correct. Who was fastest? Matt the Ref, followed by Panda, followed by Benz J, followed by Mogra, followed by Serial Quizzer. Topper 1 and Lupine both using their nerfs on this question, getting some points on the board. Guaranteed flat rate of 6. Everyone else getting that one wrong. Let's have a look. The correct answer was B. Polio. Polio has been eradicated in Africa, according to the World Health Organization. Ben J taking an early lead here with 22. Serial Quizzer in second with 18. Matt the Ref in third with 13. David, Topper 1, ABME, Bill Kiasco, Innis, Apodo Nuevo, and M3 times all in the danger zone. A couple of players, it's the first time there. Topper 1, Bill Kiasco, Innis, and Apodo Nuevo. First time for all of you in the danger zone. The only player now not to go in the danger zone at all is the Lupine one. He's also not leading in terms of questions. That goes to Serial Quizzer, who's got 12 out of 16 so far. We'll look at those in a bit more detail when we bring Matt in after question 4. For now, let's go on to question number 2. I think most of us only listen to the bad news, Bill Kiasco. Question 2. In September, Kazakhstan changed their laws regarding what? A. Homosexuality, B. Drinking alcohol, C. The death penalty, or D. Photographing aircraft. Again, most players getting this one right. In fact, no, sorry, just under half. 6 out of 7. Topper 1 was fastest, Panda was second, Lupine third, Innis fourth, Serial Quizzer fifth, and Matt the Ref using his nerf here for 6 points. If you didn't know the answer, then that was a good play. If you did know the answer, then you would have got more points for answering it straight. But either way, 6 points for using that nerf. Still 4 players with nerfs left. Ben's J, Serial Quizzer, Panda, DC Simmons, and Apodo Nuevo. Let's have a look. The correct answer was C, the death penalty. They became the 88th country to abolish the death penalty. Homosexuality is not illegal in Kazakhstan, though it is often intolerated outside of the major cities. As far as I know, there's no laws against drinking alcohol, but it is prohibited to take photographs of aircraft or air facilities, apparently, and that is still a thing. Serial Quizzer now in the lead with 36. Panda's in second with 24. Ben's J in third with 22. Sizable gap opening up now between those in the danger zone and those out of the danger zone. Matt and Topper are on 19. Mogret and Innis are at the top of the danger zone with 10. Bill Kiasco, Apodo Nuevo, and M3 times still yet to score in this round. Apodo Nuevo has got that nerf, though it is becoming less and less powerful as the gap gets bigger and bigger. Fingers on buzzers, everyone. Here comes question number 3. And yes, as Lupine say, no nerfs in round 5. Use it or lose it before the end of this round. Question number 3. What rank is Sir Tom Moore, the army veteran who raised £32 million for charity by doing 100 laps of his garden? A, Colonel, B, Captain, C, Lieutenant, D, Major. Most of us getting this one right here. Who was fastest? Matt the Ref, followed by Innis, followed by ABME, followed by M3 times, and then Lupine 5th. Benjay, Elias, and Serial Quizzer also getting it right. Top 1, Mogret, DC Simmons, Bill Kiasco, and Apodo Nuevo missing this one. A couple of nerfs. Were there a couple of nerfs there? No nerfs being played. We have still got 5 people who've got nerfs available. The correct answer was Captain Sir Tom Moore. He got knighted by the Queen, but just an honorary colonel, yes, but he is his army rank is a captain. Captain Sir Tom Moore. Serial Quizzer out in front with 50. Ben's J in second with 38. Matt the Ref in third with 32. Panda, Lupine, and Innis also safe for now. Only 3 points though between Innis and Topper 1, 22 and 19. Topper in the danger zone with 19, along with ABME, Mogret, M3 times, and David, Bill Kiasco, and Apodo Nuevo also there and yet to score. 2 more questions. We'll bring Matt in after this one. Fingers on buzzers. Here's question 4. Which Oscar-winning actor hosted several games of virtual bingo at a retirement home in April? A, Leonardo DiCaprio, B, Matthew McConaughey, C, Eddie Redmayne, or D, Joaquin Phoenix? I said Ready Edmayne then.
That is what I'm calling him for the rest of the
Spoonerism. A bit of a trickier one here. Only 5 people getting it right. And of those, David actually used his nerf on this one. Lupine was fastest, Topper was second, Ben's J third, Serial Quizzer fourth. Tough question, this one. Only Clive, Kira, and Brian getting this right in the Boneyard. It's going to be a lot of ties up at the top over in the Boneyard. Well done if you guessed this Topper one. The answer was Matthew McConaughey. So, Serial Quizzer still out in front with 70. Ben's J 10 points behind on 60. Lupine in third on 43. Matt's on 32, Top One's on 31, Panda's on 30. In the danger zone, 8 points between safety and not. Innis on 22, ABME on 14, DC Simmons 12, Mogret and M3 times on 10, Bill Kiasco and Apodo Nuevo yet to score. With 1 question to go, a reminder that winning this round doesn't count going into the final. The thing that counts going into the final is your total number of questions minus your danger zone appearances, but I'm sure Matt is going to tell us a little bit more about that as he gives us the stats.
Unfortunately, we've already got 6 players eliminated. ABME, DC Simmons, Mogra, M3 times, Bill Kiasco and Apodo. You cannot get enough points with the remaining 30 to hit Ellis's 30-point barrier, so you are out. Innis is now the only one fighting for survival, so to speak. Panda, as you were saying in the chat, yes, I believe a nerf would get you through to round 5. I'm just doing the maths quickly. It would put you on 42. Yes, Panda, your nerf would guarantee you safety. In terms of top,
a nerf would only put Panda on 36, not 42, because nerf is only
on 42, but Innis could only get an extra 13 to put him on 35. So in terms of who is safe, the top 3 are guaranteed safe and through to the final round. Very, very close there between myself, top of one, and Elias, 32, 31, 30. But yeah, Ennis could spoil the party for one of us. In terms of potential points for round 5, we can have a look at that detail. Thank you. So at the moment, so the scoring for round 5 is basically the total number of questions you answer correctly minus your danger zone appearances. So at the moment, Serial Quezza would be on 14, OJ would be on 11, Looping would be on 14, I would be on 9, top 1 on 10, and Elias on 11. So very, very close there, going through to potentially round 5. In terms of Boneyard, we've got 5 players tied on 10 correct answers out of the 19 that we've had so far. But Serial Quizzer has the most correct answers, and only the Looping one has not been the only player not to appear in the danger zone. And that's not going to change because he can't fall into the danger zone at this point.
Danger Zone free game from Lupine then. Very well played. That in itself is an achievement.
So it's myself, top 1, Elias and Innis as to who we are looking at. 4 players, only 3 spaces left to go to the final round. All yours, Ben.
Thank you very much, Matt. So is Innis about to spoil the party by creeping out the danger zone at the last minute and upset the game for one of those players at the top? Let's find out. One more question. Here's question 5. Which charity did Ash and I raise over £3,000 for in our 12-hour game show marathon in May? A. Save the Children, B. Help Musicians UK, C. Coronavirus Relief Fund, or D. Catch Protection? Maybe a little bit unfair to newer players who have joined the stream since May, but it was a good news story of last year. I don't know if Ash is here. He was here for a bit and then he's sort of been about, but he's still in chat, so he may make an appearance. Yeah, so back in May, Ash and I did a marathon stream, something that may or may not be repeated in the coming year. Let's have a look at the scores before I go into any more details. Yes, because there was another one that Ash did, which wasn't in May, which was a different charity. Matt the Ref getting it right first. Panda was second. Apodo Nueva was third. Innis was fourth. Lupine was fifth. Has Innis done enough to upset Topper 1 Gaming? There wasn't a huge amount between them. Innis has got 10. Is that going to be enough to topple Topper 1 into the danger zone? Let's find out. The correct answer was B, Help Musicians UK. Yes, we did a 12-hour charity marathon stream. We raised over £3,000. Ash did his 500 question stream in September, I want to say, which was for Save the Children. And the other two were just a bit of a red herring there. And look at this. Innis has managed to ascend from the ashes and throw Topper 1 under the bus. Just a single point in it, but Innis has crept up to 32 and made his way into the final. Serial Quizzer finishing out in front with 76, Ben's J with 60, Lupine with 52, Matt with 45, Panda with 42, and no multiplier played, and Innis in 6th with 32. Congratulations, you 6. You are through to the final. We will see you there in just a few minutes. However, Topper 1 Gaming, M3 times, ABME, David, Apodo Nuevo, Mogra, and Bill Kiasco. A very, very good effort to get to this point. This is a particularly challenging game, but unfortunately, at the last hurdle, you've just tripped and fallen, I'm afraid. It is the end of the round. You are in the danger zone, which means we have to say goodbye. Over they go to the Boneyard, but Topper 1 Gaming does have the distinct honour of being the leading player of the Boneyard with 12 points. But we are going to be going through to the final. All nerfs and multipliers will be taken from you. In this case, Ben's J and Panda losing their nerfs, and Panda also losing his multiplier. Panda really wanting those emojis by his name on his first appearance in Danger Zone 2. So, as discussed, the scores in this round, there are no boosts for being in the beginning, but the differences between your questions and your Danger Zone appearances is what you're going to start on. So, Innis with 13 correct answers and 3 Danger Zone appearances is going to start on 10. Panda, 2 Danger Zone appearances, 14 correct answers is going to start on 12. Matt, 2 Danger Zone appearances, 12 correct answers is going to start on 10. Lupine is going to have the strongest advantage here, no Danger Zone appearances and 15. The joint most correct answers out of 20 is going to start on 15. Ben's J, 2 Danger Zone appearances, 13 correct answers is going to start on 11. And Serial Quizzer, just the 1 Danger Zone appearance of 15 correct is going to start on 14. Let's go to round 5.
Good luck, guys.
Luck coming in from Mrs. Flush there. As ever, the final round is general knowledge, and it is all general sort of potluck stuff from this year, all questions, or last year I should say, all questions relating to 2020 in some way. Lupine with advantage, 6 points available per question here. No multipliers or nerfs available. All eyes on the Boneyard as well, because there's a lot of players on 11 and a handful on 10. Top of one with that 1 point advantage. Go Matt, I hope you get second. Support there from Elias. Good luck to all of you. Final round is general knowledge. Let's play Danger Zone. Okay, question number 1. Which of these films did not win any awards at the Oscars in 2020? A. Parasite, B. Joker, C. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, D. The Irishman. Lock-in.wave. Innes, Matt and Panda getting this one right. Matt first, Innes second, Panda third. Lupine, Serial Quiz and Ben J getting it wrong. So Joker won a couple, including Best Actor for Joaquin Phoenix. Parasite won all of them. Best Film, I think it won Best Director as well. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, there were no writing awards, but Brad Pitt did win Best Supporting Actor for that film. And despite being nominated for 10, the Martin Scorsese 4-hour epic The Irishman didn't win any. So the correct answer there was D, The Irishman. Well, again, Matt, Panda and Matt are joint first at the moment. It says Panda's on top, but that is actually a tie, and that would go to a tiebreaker if that finished. Panda says that works. You're getting your wish. Panda's in first, Matt's in second with 16. You're actually both in first. Lupine and Innes in joint second on 15. Serial Quizzer in third on 14. Ben's J on 11. This is as tight as it can get, pretty much, without everyone being on the same score. 16, 16, 15, 15, 14, 11. Matt, I probably won't come to you for stats on this, because I'm going to let you concentrate on being in the final. I'll work things out at my end, so you concentrate on the game. Here comes question number 2. Which of these world leaders did not publicly acknowledge that they contracted the coronavirus in 2020? A. Boris Johnson, B. Justin Trudeau, C. Donald Trump, or D. Emmanuel Macron? Everybody but Serial Quiz are getting this one right. Who was fastest? Innes was fastest, followed by Matt, then Panda, then Ben's J, then Lupine. Serial Quizzer not finding the correct answer to this one. So Boris Johnson contracted it in April or May, after boasting that he'd been to a hospital and shaken hands with everyone who had coronavirus there, because he's a moron. Donald Trump contracted it in November? No, it must have been October, because it was just before the debates. Beginning of October. Emmanuel Macron was quite recent, actually. That was only about 3 weeks ago. Justin Trudeau, his wife contracted it, but it was never officially acknowledged or confirmed that he had contracted it. So the answer we were looking for there was B, Justin Trudeau, only his wife. We have no reason to suspect, and nothing was ever announced from the Prime Minister of Canada, President of Canada. Prime Minister of Canada? Is it Prime Minister or President of Canada? I want to say Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, Ben. Prime
Minister, thank you very much. So, Matt has still not got a clear lead, but he's tied with someone else now. Innes and Matt both on 21. Panda just slipping a point into second on 20. Lupine's on third on 17. Serial Quiz and Ben's J now tied up in fourth on 14. 18 points still left available in this round with 3 questions to go. Fingers on buzzers. Have a look at question number 3. Which of these shows did not air for the first time on Netflix in 2020? A. Floor is Lava, B. Love, Death and Robots, C. The Queen's Gambit, D. Tiger King. Innes, Panda and Lupine all getting this one right. It's going to be all change again. Who was fastest? Panda was fastest, followed by Lupine, followed by Innes. First, second, third, everyone else getting it wrong. So Floor is Lava, I know Dylan watched when lockdown first started in sort of April, May time. Tiger King, that was just before lockdown, that was doing the rounds on Twitter. The Queen's Gambit very recently, last month, November, December, and that was very, very good, you should watch it. Love, Death and Robots, also very, very, very good, also on Netflix, but aired in March 2019, not 2020, so the correct answer there was B, Love, Death and Robots. Panda takes the lead, a point ahead of Innis. Panda on 26, Innis on 25. Lupine's now in third on 22. Matt slips to fourth on 21. Serial Quizzer and Ben's J still on 14. With only 12 points to go, the best Serial Quizzer and Ben's J can hope for at this point is a tie in first place if they both get the next two questions right first, which is of course impossible, but one of them could get both of the next two questions right first, and if Panda gets both of the next two wrong, and assuming Innis, Lupine and Matt don't accrue enough points to also tie. It's a clutch, but it is a possibility. All eyes are going to be looking more at the top four at this point. Fingers on buzzers, 2 questions to go. Here is question number 4. I might get Netflix, but I need to finish iPlayer first. Nice. Question 4. Which of these is a song by 24K Golden that reached number 1 in both the US and the UK in 2020? Food, mood, lewd or crude? All 6 in the main game getting it right. Panda was the slowest, though. Benjay was fastest, Matt was second, Innis third, Lupine fourth, Serial Quizzer fifth. Panda was correct, but he was 6th. DC Simmons and We Like Shapes both leading the Boneyard, both correct. Let's take a look and see what the scores are. The correct answer, which all of the 6 players knew, was B, mood. So, let's take a look at this. There are 6 points to go. Innis is currently in the lead with 29. Panda in second with 27. Matt's got 26. Lupine's got 25. Ben's J has got 20. Serial Quizzer has got 16. Serial Quizzer can no longer reach the top. Ben's J can no longer reach the top. Lupine can reach the top. Lupine can get 6 points and would require that Matt, Elias and Innis don't score enough to get there, but Lupine can still win. Matt can still win, can get up to 32, but it would precursor that they got at least 3 more points than Panda and Innis. Panda can overtake Innis. It would be easiest for Innis if Panda got it right and Innis got it wrong. That would put Panda ahead of Innis. Innis, it is your game to lose pretty much on 29. If you get this one right and first or second, or possibly even third, you guarantee victory. If you get third, then it'll take you up to 33 and force a tie if Panda got it right first. So if you get it right first or second, Innis, then you have won the game. It is going to come down to this final question, though, so good luck. Fingers on buzzers for the final question of the New Year special of Danger Zone. Here's question 5. And as Apodo was saying, we could very well have a 4-way tie, and I would love to see that. As of September the 30th, 2020, which of these companies is not worth over $1 trillion? A, Apple, B, Amazon, C, Microsoft, D, Facebook. I think Panda answered first. Innis has still not yet answered. He has answered now. So it's going to come down to who got it right and who got it wrong. Panda was right, Matt was right, Serial Quizzer was right, Panda was fastest for 6, Matt second for 5, Serial Quizzer for 4. And with Innis getting it wrong, that means we have a new name in the Hall of Champions, one replete with emojis as well. The correct answer there was Facebook, which is worth a Paisley $850 odd million. It might be $750 million. The other 3 are all worth over $1 trillion. So let's look at the Boneyard first. Spoils to DC Simmons and We Like Shapes. Many congratulations to you, 15 out of 25 and leading the Boneyard as joint monarchs over there. Over in our main game, a tie in 5th place for Ben's J and Serial Quizzer. Serial Quizzer, 17 out of 25 and only 1 Danger Zone appearance. Ben's J, 15 questions right and only 2 Danger Zone appearances, both getting 20 in the last round. Ben's J and Serial Quizzer in joint 5th. 4th place, the only player to stay out the Danger Zone the whole game and getting 18 out of 25 in the main game and 25 in the final. Lupine won 4th place. After a nail-biting finale, the bronze medal with 17 questions in total, 3 Danger Zone appearances, but 29 points in the final. The bronze medal goes to Innis C. A very valiant effort as well in 2nd place. 16 out of 25, but only 2 Danger Zone appearances and obviously some very quick answering. 31 points in the final. The silver medal goes to our stat bot Matt the Ref. But for a first time playing Danger Zone 2 and a first time victor whilst doing the Panda all the way, he's finally got his namesake with some emojis. 19 out of 25, only 2 Danger Zone appearances and 33 in the final. Your champion this week, living up to his namesake, is Elias the Panda.
God, that was close.
Are you shouting at me, babe? Meg says well done to Panda. And there's another follow. Thank you very much. Is that Che? Oh hey.
Oh hey.
Oh hey 12. Thank you to all the follow. Welcome to the stream. Congratulations, Panda. You are the champion of DangerZone, living up to your namesake. I did something weird with the lobby earlier on and added an extra name by accident. Cola, you were temporarily in the Hall of Champions earlier on because I was testing out the time machine. But Panda, the first name for 2021 into the Hall of Fame, with the Panda emoji, joining the ranks of 8 Ninky and Clive of Legend to win the final without using the multiplier. Very, very well done to you. Yeah, 2nd of January, there you are, 33 points. Not a new high score, but second highest score in the final, second only to Clive on 35. And 19 out of 25 in total, which is, again, not quite joint top, another joint second there, but... That Panda emoji going by your name. No, yeah, there's no emoji for not using the nerf. The nerf came later. I wanted to. The Panda was a well-established meme. I wasn't going to add something in for the one that just got added afterwards. But very, very well done to Panda on joining the Horde of Champions there. That is it from me for this evening. It's been an unorthodox stream, slightly strange, with the Twitch glitch in the middle. Hopefully I kept you all entertained throughout that, and I'll be interesting to see if the whole thing manages to get VODed, and also what my viewing figures are going to be, because it was at 97 at one point, and then it dropped down to like 19 when there were like 30 people playing the game, and now it's settled at 40, which is about sort of where I feel it should be. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me for this New Year special. It's been lovely talking to you all. Congratulations to Drew Dave Tom for winning the Purge. Thank you to Shadowmane as well for writing that question pack, and of course to Elias for proofing that question pack. Congratulations to Panda for winning DangerZone 2. And thank you to 8 Ninky for proofing my questions for this as well. Thank you to Matt for statting for the game this evening. And a big, big thank you to you at home for joining us for this New Year special. The schedule is going to take something of a go back to normal for the next few weeks. And I'm back with Game Night Classics on Tuesday, where we're going to be playing Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for the first time in a while, first time since November. So, yeah, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire on Tuesday, so do come along for that, 8 PM on this channel here. You've got Ash is going to be starting up his regular schedule again, I believe, from Wednesday over on his channel there, so do go check him out, give him a follow. You've got Quetz, usually later on this evening, and he also does Chase VGM on Thursday and at other various times of the day as well. Ash is then back again on Friday. No idea what Ash is doing yet, but do go along. His games are awesome, so do go and check him out. I am back next, as well as Tuesday for Millionaire. I'm back next Saturday with more Game Night Originals, where we're going to have... actually, I'm not sure. I think I know one of them. I think we've got the Escape Artist, and I think we've got It's Sotley's question pack for the Escape Artist next week, next Saturday. So pop along for that. And I think I might be bringing out Risky Business with some changes as well. Risky Business was the one I did for my Christmas special last Saturday. I'll be bringing that back out again with a couple of changes, which I should probably implement this week. That would be good. Dates for diaries. Last Saturday of January, there won't be a regular 8 PM stream because I'm doing a charity gig on the 30th of January. It's going to be a longer stream. I'm yet to finalise all the details for it, but I know that there's going to be probably be charity deal or no deal involved in some capacity. And I'm also toying with the idea of sort of celebrating my originals, because a lot of my originals have come in Season 2. It's also going to mark the end of Season 2 on the 30th of January, so there will probably be a big celebration, and I'm toying with the idea of doing one of everything, so that would be 8 original games plus a handful of deal or no deal charity games. So that's the 30th of January. Details are going to be forthcoming in due course, so do keep your eye, as ever, on the Discord and, of course, on the stream as well. I'll let you know details as and when they've been finalised. 30th of January, pop it in your diaries. It's a Saturday. It's likely to be an afternoon and evening thing. So, yeah, that'll be fun, hopefully. That's it. That is it from me for tonight. Until next time, I'm back on Tuesday for Millionaire, next Saturday for Escape Artist and probably Risky Business. I'll see you in the Discord, and I'll probably see you on some other streams in the interim. Until next time, thank you again for tuning in. Congratulations to our winners. Stay safe, be lovely to each other. Peace out up in Royal Flush. Until next time, take care and good night.